Fight 11? In Team Wildress, create a new future? Booster Pack, Flight of Chakrabarthi. Bushiroad.
Trick or treat! Welcome to the Bushiroad English Conference Autumn 2023. With Halloween right around the corner, our pumpkin spice lattes seem to have been replaced by carved pumpkins. Ready your hearts and your wallets, you're in for a fright. Now that we're halfway through the Bushiroad Championship Series 2023 season, if you've been living under a pumpkin, the World Finals will take place on February 3rd, 2024 at Akihabara UDX. That's right, we're heading back to Tokyo, Japan. I can't wait to see all of you again and crown some new world champions. If you need even more motivation to take part, here's your first look at the promo cards you receive for participating. And the champions for each game and format will be receiving these. Wow, those are some impressive promo cards. If you're ready to win an invite, fret not. BCS is still ongoing, so you still have a chance to earn an invite at the following locations. Here are the dates for North and Latin America, Europe, Asia and Oceania. The top 3 winners for each game and format will be invited to participate at the World Finals. What's more, if you emerge champion of your region, your flight and accommodations will be on us. For our fellow card fighters and Saniwa, your powerful Touken Danshi will be making a return in Touken Rumble Online 2023. Look forward to brand new mechanics that will grant them new strength and power in their Kiwame forms. Do bugs bug you? I sure hope not, because we'll be descending into the insect kingdom with Mushi King. Watch out for these super powered insects crawling your way into Booster Pack 13, Flight of Chakrabarthi. What do you dream of when you dream of duets? I dream of Yume no Kesho. These collaboration promo cards with the Bang Dream AI singing synthesizer feature Poppy and Rose and will be available at the upcoming Bushiroad Expo Asia, Singapore 2023. For our international viewers, these promo cards will also be available at your local game stores. Stay tuned to our social media channels to find out how you can redeem these promo cards. And here's the recap for Cardfight Vanguard. A world with magic and science, parallel universe bathed in crimson, a magical high school, a virtual reality MMORPG world. It's time to take a trip down memory lane with Dengeki Bunko. Nostalgic titles like A Certain Magical Index, Shakugan no Shana, The Irregular at Magic High School, Sword Art Online, and many more are making a comeback with new illustrations. With 51 titles included in the set, there's definitely something for everyone. For our Bang Dream fans, Trials Deck Plus Bang Dream My Goal will also be performing on a Weiss Schwarz stage near you. The set features new illustrations that fans will want to add to their existing collections. Let's count down to the party! Premium Booster Bang Dream Girls Band Party Countdown Collection will also be performing on a stage to celebrate their 6th anniversary with glittering illustrations of your favorite Bang Dream girls. Don't miss out on this chance to update your collection with these new cards. From one idol to the next. Do you hear those cheers for an encore? We're happy to announce that Bochi and her friends will be bringing their performance to the stage of Weiss Schwarz as well. We'd love to have them now, but it's gonna take a while to convince Bochi to come out of her room, so we'll let you know once we manage to do so. One can never have enough idols performing, but heroines need a stage too. The heroines from Sai Kano will be making their comeback on the stage of Weiss Schwarz. The series may have reached its finale a few years back with the movie installment, but no matter who you root for, this is your chance to create a different ending for your favorite girl. Did you catch my clue at the start of this segment? We're returning to the world of Remnant in Premium Booster Ruby. Join Team Ruby and their newfound allies as they protect their world from the Grim. Intern-kun has shown me some tweets and I'm really impressed with your collections, and I look forward to seeing your updated collections once this set launches next year. That's quite a lot to take in. In case you missed it, here's a summary of what we've announced so far. Are you dreaming of becoming the world champion? Don't let your dreams be dreams. Take part in the upcoming World Invitational 2023 Last Chance Qualifiers for, well, one last chance to qualify for the World Finals. The Last Chance Qualifiers will be open to all participants except those who have already earned a sponsored invite to the World Finals. I know many of you are raring to go, so here are the locations where the last chance qualifiers will be held.
Weiss Schwarz. Witness the strongest band together on the stage of Weiss Schwarz. Arifureta, from commonplace to world's strongest. Trial deck and booster pack. On sale November 17th. Bushiroad. Weiss Schwarz. The Kansen of Azur Lane join the battle on the stage of Weiss Schwarz. Trial decks and booster pack Azur Lane. Now on sale. Bushiroad.
The flame of Leviathan rises, and new heroes must answer its roar. Will you join the adventure? Booster Set 3, Flame of Leviathan, coming soon.
Weiss Schwarz. The name of Eins Oregon continues to expand on the stage of Weiss Schwarz. Booster Pack Nazareth Tomb of the Undead Volume 2, now on sale, Bushiroad.
Weiss Schwarz. The Stage Girls Silver Screen Review is now a card game on the stage of Weiss Schwarz. Review Starlight, the movie booster pack. Now on sale. Bushiroad.
Shadowverse, which took the world by storm, greets a second dawn. As a trading card game. Arise, warriors. Be anointed in light, and soar towards a horizon more brilliant than you've ever seen before. Shadowverse Evolve. Build a deck to conquer a new age. Choose from 6 classes. Swordcraft, Runecraft, Dragoncraft, Forestcraft, Havencraft. And the Shadowverse Evolve Original, Abysscraft. Further bolster your forces with cards from the versatile neutral class. And grow your power beyond reckoning. Storm the battlefield with powerful followers. Or control the tides with masterful spells. The future glows at your fingertips. It is time for the newest chapter of our long, ever-shifting story. Shadowverse Evolve.
Cardfight Vanguard! Encounters with heroes! Stories that will shape your soul are waiting for you! Booster Pack, Clash of the Heroes! Bushiroad!
Cardfight Vanguard. I sever and manifest causality. Boldly cast it aside, this feeble, unstable world. Booster Pack, Evenfall Onslaught. Bushiroad.
grade 11? Can Team Wildress create a new future? Booster Pack, Flight of Chakrabarthi. Bushiroad.
Trick or treat! Welcome to the Bushiroad English Conference Autumn 2023. With Halloween right around the corner, our pumpkin spice lattes seem to have been replaced by carved pumpkins. Ready your hearts and your wallets, you're in for a fright. Now that we're halfway through the Bushiroad Championship Series 2023 season, if you've been living under a pumpkin, the World Finals will take place on February 3rd, 2024 at Akihabara UDX. That's right, we're heading back to Tokyo, Japan. I can't wait to see all of you again and crown some new world champions. If you need even more motivation to take part, here's your first look at the promo cards you receive for participating. And the champions for each game and format will be receiving these. Wow, those are some impressive promo cards. If you're ready to win an invite, fret not. BCS is still ongoing, so you still have a chance to earn an invite at the following locations. Here are the dates for North and Latin America, Europe, Asia and Oceania. The top 3 winners for each game and format will be invited to participate at the World Finals. What's more, if you emerge champion of your region, your flight and accommodations will be on us. For our fellow card fighters and Saniwa, your powerful Touken Danshi will be making a return in Touken Rumble Online 2023. Look forward to brand new mechanics that will grant them new strength and power in their Kiwame forms. Do bugs bug you? I sure hope not, because we'll be descending into the insect kingdom with Mushi King. Watch out for these super powered insects crawling your way into Booster Pack 13, Flight of Chakrabarthi. What do you dream of when you dream of duets? I dream of Yume no Kesho. These collaboration promo cards with the Bang Dream AI singing synthesizer feature Poppy and Rose and will be available at the upcoming Bushiroad Expo Asia, Singapore 2023. For our international viewers, these promo cards will also be available at your local game stores. Stay tuned to our social media channels to find out how you can redeem these promo cards. And here's the recap for Cardfight Vanguard. A world with magic and science, parallel universe bathed in crimson, a magical high school, a virtual reality MMORPG world. It's time to take a trip down memory lane with Dengeki Bunko. Nostalgic titles like A Certain Magical Index, Shakugan no Shana, The Irregular at Magic High School, Sword Art Online, and many more are making a comeback with new illustrations. With 51 titles included in the set, there's definitely something for everyone. For our Bang Dream fans, Trial Deck Plus Bang Dream My Goal will also be performing on a Weiss Schwarz stage near you. The set features new illustrations that fans will want to add to their existing collections. Let's count down to the party. Premium Booster Bang Dream Girls Band Party Countdown Collection will also be performing on a stage to celebrate their 6th anniversary with glittering illustrations of your favorite Bang Dream girls. Don't miss out on this chance to update your collection with these new cards. From one idol to the next. Do you hear those cheers for an encore? We're happy to announce that Bochi and her friends will be bringing their performance to the stage of Weiss Schwarz as well. We'd love to have them now, but it's gonna take a while to convince Bochi to come out of her room, so we'll let you know once we manage to do so. One can never have enough idols performing, but heroines need a stage too. The heroines from Sai Kano will be making their comeback on the stage of Weiss Schwarz. The series may have reached its finale a few years back with the movie installment, but no matter who you root for, this is your chance to create a different ending for your favorite girl. Did you catch my clue?
Hello everyone, we are back. Today it is Top Cuts. How are you feeling, Kelvin?
This is pretty exciting. I've seen like all the top 8 games. I think we're up for some very exciting games today. The first matchup,
Oh, this is something new. And I mean, we've been talking about the loops. Hey, this place, no loops here.
no loops in AO, so
right.
We don't have to worry about that. But we do have some interesting other mill options here. Maybe.
That's the plan. Let's kind of take a quick look at what we're fighting for, what today will be, right? The last BRO. So it's gonna. I think you might have experienced this before. The quick format today is literally just gonna be one day of Top Cut.
Yes.
All right, one cut. We got the graphics here. So yesterday we had that Swiss best of one today. Top 8 best of one. 3 games, 3 very important games.
Yes.
Because they will all be fighting for something very, very cool. Right.
So, prizes for
Top
first
4?
place. Well, top 4. Fourth place, you get a certificate. Nice.
That's right. 3rd place onwards, you get the goods. Chronojet, 1 copy, a box. But then 2nd place, you double that for the Chronojet. And then in the 1st place, you get the
A full play set of Chronojet.
That's
VRO
right.
stand.
That's
ready
right.
to flex it for Worlds.
That's right. Very important for you to win this top 8 match for all the players out there. Otherwise, you get a nice virtual pat on the back from us. We'll give you the pat.
Yes.
That's right. And apart from that, making it all the way to top 8 though is still a great achievement, I have to say, because the competition is fierce. There's like a lot of decks out there that are very strong, and you have to fight through you know, some of the best players from other regions.
Yeah, 7 rounds of that. Premium is not an easy game.
It's not easy. It's hard. Right, it's hard. There's a lot to think about. I think we might have the brackets or the top the decks ready.
Yes.
Do we have that? We can kind of take a look at
what's coming up in the top 8.
Exactly. What we're going to be seeing. All the cool nice decks. I think Fuzzy already released a breakdown on like everything as well.
Speedy as usual.
You like those pie charts? I like pie. I like charts. I like to combine them together. We got the 8 players here. Log Anime versus John. This is a match we didn't see yesterday. These are 2. They snuck under the radar.
On the stream. New on the stream.
Wait, you can't spoil them. We don't know if they're going to be on the stream. Julius versus Ghibli. We saw this game yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah. Riviere. Sagran versus Gashadokro as well. I think Sagran got on, but Gasha was able to sneak through yesterday.
Yes.
And then Asura and Sean. Okay, we've seen Sean at Worlds before. Asura as well. I think Asura also stuck through. I think they both actually stuck through all the streams. So, we definitely have some players that haven't been on stream yet, and it should be cool to see them what they're playing, what they're doing, and how they actually play their decks. Let's take a look at the decks themselves. We got the full deck breakdown. Let's start off first with Log Anime.
Okay, so just a quick update as well. Yesterday, nobody was undefeated. Everyone, the top players were X1. So none of these decks were undefeated. But hey, top seed, we've got Log Anime with
Mega Colony. Yeah, and just a note here, we're gonna kind of go through these decks to kind of
fairly quickly. Yes,
the important bits. This is running all of the Brilliant Blister, so I know some players like to run the 3-1 kind of split. It just makes you against restanding decks, you'll have less power there. But I guess what restand? What does Vanguard restand?
I think, but sometimes players you stun their rearguards. What else can fight back?
Yeah,
the Vanguard, you've got to target the Vanguard.
Yeah, I think stunning rearguards is great. Like just a really good thing right now. Also, Mega Colony Battler S. Right?
We've seen that coming up a few times.
Yeah, but there were all those more mill-focused builds.
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
Kind of sneaking it in. Maybe get some of that late game going. Right? So pretty cool to see. Nice Mega Colony
extra
build.
Tech.
Yeah, and then let's swap it over to the other side. Also running, I think it was like G Ghidorah, was it? Or, yeah.
Okay, but here we go. The strike deck, very clean.
The Messiah is there.
Yeah, the Messiah is there.
Car. And the Ghidorahs, 4 Ghidorahs. So I think that deck is this deck is pretty much set.
Solid.
Yeah, solid. We know what's going on. Let's move on to the next one in top 8. So this we have John. So they'll be facing it. This one is one of the more unique decks of
Genesis.
top 8.
We haven't seen too many Genesis around in Premium, and this one's running Fenrir.
Yeah, normally Genesis is Regalia.
Yeah.
But this one is Fenrir. I think it's got some nice little sneaky options, battle phase techs that you might normally not see.
Yep.
And might even go for a bit of a mill on its own.
Yeah, right? I can see a few things going on here, and saw a lot of the new D cards that interact quite well with all those Soul Blasts. So we'll see if that comes into play.
Yeah, so we'll keep this one for later. Let's swap over to the G zone, right? And we can see here we got the Messiah, but also 4 Minervas.
Minerva?
I don't really think the Minervas are there.
Okay, so, I think it's a nice flex. Or
yeah, it's a flex pick.
Yes.
But yeah, so I don't think the G zone is that insanely. I guess that the G guards are more there to like put back important pieces, but I think this one is more main deck focused.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
All right, let's move on to the next top 8 that we have. Our third top 8 contestant, and what they're playing. This is the first bracket completed, right? This should be. Let's take a look at the list. If we can get the next one. Or maybe not ready. Okay, oh, we only have one. We only have the one deck. So this is
Okay.
So this is the spoiler. This is the spoiler, okay?
This is gonna be our top 8
Top 8
match
stream.
coming up.
So I guess, well, look, if the players are ready,
Can just jump straight right into it.
yeah, I mean, if they're ready, we're ready. We can just go and see how these two decks play out. Yeah, there we go.
Now,
John.
you know, we
versus-
are in AO. We want to say good morning to everyone, but hey, these two players, they're from the UK and the US, so
we'll let them start because then
Yes.
they can get some nice sleep right after the tournament. Eh?
this will be a very good night's sleep after this game. So looks like John here is going first.
And already putting something in Soul. And
See, look, anime preparing the quick shields. That's a pretty cool way of preparing it. Just putting under your main. Okay,
and then yeah, Melancholy going second and get that top 3.
finding that Messiah.
We're getting all your tickets first. Right, you don't want to go places without your tickets. But get them the top 5 check. See if they get anything. Looks like maybe
Options. He's checking back to his hand. What's the optimal card to get here?
Oh, getting the version.
Yes. Oh well, it is a grade 1 card, but it is considered a grade 3, so you can grab it.
High class mob.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty important. You put back cards, so it's the earlier you get it, the better it is. Yeah.
Also, discarding card here, quick shield goes away.
Just get rid of that quick shield. The quick shield's so useful nowadays. You just discard it.
I mean, you get a better quick shield, so.
Brilliant Bista coming out already for the boost. When your opponent has no regards, it's just pretty nice to do.
So getting there, the Sanctitude will be pretty useful when you go second, when your opponent goes up and struts, but you're fighting against a Vanguard that doesn't really quite go into double strike.
Well, we don't know. We actually don't know how John will play this game, right? So let's just see how he does it. You know, could be very high text. Blister goes back to hand. Yeah, always just putting on pressure. You know, always.
They're just like deciding where to place the cards here because the glare is quite bright on the John side.
You get the non-glare sleeves, yeah.
All right. Okay. I think back to John going right in grade 2. Get card back to hand.
Salvage specific things.
Cider goes back to hand. A very useful card to have because it works as a guard. Place it down.
Already boosted the cider, right?
Cider do go back to hand if you wish to.
So both players running the card to just bounce back to hand. Very nice.
You don't want to give you up on those easy guards, but at the same time, you put in cards that can return into a resource, fresh resource.
Yeah, and what's cool is that, you know, normally Mega Calling likes to stun your cards. Well, if it's in your hand, you can't really stun your cards, right?
Yeah.
So you know, it's a pretty
See another
respectful bash. You know, both players just committing one card down. Oh, they got the Heldemeyer shown, and then that card goes back.
John's on to do damage. We'll see what he does with one open CB. Okay.
Oh, is that
the G assist?
maybe?
So here we can see some cards that's been laid out. Though most likely what is John's hand. Did he go with that grade 3 just so he doesn't need to write it? Now
Yeah, I think he threw that out.
John does only run 7 and grade 3s in the deck here, so it is a lower on the lower count. Okay, so I think he's just looking for cards to banish there. But at least he writes the right grade 3 here.
Yeah, I think that's the most important part. You want to have the thinner ready.
Okay, we're swapping the damage and the drop just for the glare, not to because you kind of want to see what cards are on the damage.
Not just us. They want to see what cards.
Yes.
I think people have the dice tech where you put the dice under the card.
Right.
So it looks like
Cards to remove. Very
Critical
important
trigger.
in Genesis, because you know you do put cards to soul, you do like soul blast them, but they also come back. So whatever you remove here will be crucial for the later parts of the game. So we'll see what John would sacrifice to have that right.
The crit is confirmed, but I think the other cards are pretty important pieces.
Okay, I think that looks like a. What was that card that was removed? I think it's a copy of the Avera Trim, so that's a very useful grade 2 that functions like a bit of a hand trap.
We've got a force marker there. Force 1? Control damage.
Right, and well, since John here is going first, and well, it is quite nice to be able to ride Fenrir against like a Mega Colony before they were able to do too much.
But I guess the key thing is like John kind of wants to stay on Fenrir, right? But
having to rewrite
yeah.
after the Gridora stance, that can be pretty painful. We'll see if
I think
we get to that point.
We saw the deck list. He only runs what, 3 Fenrir?
Correct, 3 Fenrirs.
Ooh, it's a bit scary. At some point, do you even rewrite?
Like we've seen like some events yesterday where you're forced to ride a heal because it's grade 3 and you can stride on it. But still, not what you want to see.
Yeah. How much is John going to compete here, I wonder?
This is kind of like his big aggro turn, so if he wants to lay some damage to Log Anime, this is it. Oh, but committing only just, again, that Vanguard boost. Okay, Cider's gonna go back into hand after this, so John will leave no cards on the field.
Well, that's another Fenrir.
That's a Fenrir. That's a really nice card for next turn, and it gets a heal, so damage is now even to 1 damage each.
Critical trigger. How much damage is Log going to take? Is he actually going to take 2?
Yep, it's just a no guard.
Oh, so I think he puts the crits on the back row, so he just takes 1 damage.
Okay, so interesting. Not trying to deal lethal here.
Very sneaky, very sneaky. And then now rides the Dark Face. Can go straight into GB2 with the Stride skill on Jaggy Devil. Jaggy Devil is pretty nice. It can stun some things on the board, but in this case, it can stun nothing. Oh no, actually no, just going straight into Gridora. Don't even worry about the Jaggy Devil.
Okay. It's like, this guy's like not giving me damage. Maybe I don't need those protects at all.
I mean, yeah, it's true. If you're not getting damage, you might as well just don't care about the protect 1s or 2s. Right? Probably protect 1s, but
yeah. The nice thing with Gridora is, well, you still get that GB2 activation. So at the end of the turn, Dark Face's skill will be active, so he can Soul Blast to rest cards when John plays them. But also gets the full effect of you can't. Well, as a Genesis, I don't think you call too many cards out of like the non-hand regions, but it is still something that John will have to play around coming on from here.
I guess the one thing that will be interesting is because of Gridora's skill, John will not be able to G-Guard. So if you can't G-Guard, there's a lot of the power from Genesis comes from its G-Guard to replenish resources into Soul.
Yes, it likes to do that board development on both turns.
Well, it has hand traps as well in a way, or retire capability on your opponent's turn. So not being able to use that can present awkward situations, I guess.
Yes, absolutely. So here we'll see some light pokes from Log Anime.
Guess with the Heldemise out though, it's a bit rough for Log Anime. And it runs 2 Heldemise, but it means that your multi-attack turns will diminish pretty quickly, I have to say.
Yes. So we have the high class moth here attacking. Or is that a main phase effect?
He's got a Malignantis there, so
I think it's choosing for cards.
It technically can hit. It's minus 10k because there's nothing on the board. Very, very nasty skill from the Mega Colony side.
Alright, and we see John here checking damage, checking...
Ooh,
gets a
trigger.
defensive draw trigger.
Puts himself on extra card.
2 damage. But now back on 13k.
Yeah. And base number, I guess. Lucky, like, Ghidorah doesn't hit that big. In fact, that Heldermire side is only hitting for 12, I think.
Yes, and this is a Protect versus Force matchup, so a lot of these 12k units, yeah, they won't be having too good of a time.
It's kind of awkward. The Heldermire gets called over again to restand that column. That's
yeah. But at the same time, for a Ghidorah to be able to recycle their Helldemises, you kind of need to get it in the drop and then put it back to the deck, and then you call it again next turn. So here, it's just the pathing, you know.
And will John guard this at all? It's actually a turn when you can pretty much no guard if you want to.
Feels like it's kind of safe, but at the same time, the toughest part here is John won't be able to resolve any of his effect cards on the defense.
Or any of the G guards, you mean? Yeah.
Ooh, yep. Is he just manual guarding here?
Oh.
Choices.
The thing is, the last comp hits so weak, you know.
Yeah. So without any triggers, those two ones they're not things that you want to worry about. But a crit on Vanguard will hurt a lot because you go to 4 damage and the power will go to the reguard, and you have to guard those ones. Looks like a no guard coming. Oh, is that an over trigger? No. Okay. And here we see Bless Favor being played, so that's a double draw, heal, crit, and a front. It's probably the worst combination that you really don't want to see here as John, because that will bring the damage to 4, and one of the rear guards will be super powerful, and the front will still be effective as well. And the last check, okay, it's not a crit.
Connolly.
It's not a crit, meaning John can take one of those mega powered rear guards.
It's a pretty awful check, because now the Heldermire hits because it's hitting 22 or a lot.
It depends where the 100 million goes to.
Yeah, so this is guarded.
I think this looks like the small one with the front power, so definitely guardable. But the other side will just be probably like the 100 in the end,
just
and
takes
yeah, it
that
just
one,
takes it.
Okay, so OT comes out, not very good for John, but at least he came out here where you can actually take the damage.
He survived. He survived, and he didn't have to
yeah.
use a single PG, just meaning that from next turn onwards, he'll need to like guard the multi attacks. So he writes the Fenrir that trigger check last turn, which is very nice. Not stuck on Arrested Vanguard. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, but what is John gonna do? What is his game plan? Because we haven't really seen.
What is the play? So we've seen damage denies coming in, also with the crit 1 boost. So let's see. Checking his soul, probably picking a card to stride into, or is he happy to just stay at grade 3 Fenrir?
So soul blasting a grade 3 Fenrir, searching for a
Vanguard.
It looks like it, yeah.
And that gets added to hand. All right, let's see. So John's a bit in a pickle here. We'll see what.
But that's like he's not striding then.
Maybe he doesn't need to stride. I mean, he's not gonna ride into like Minerva or anything like that.
It's not worried about triple drive, but you know it's.
The card skills where it's at.
Yeah, but it just means the advantage that you're going to get from this turn is not very good.
And here we see a rare limb being played, usually played in a D standard Minerva deck. Now this is not
really a Minerva deck at all.
All right. And
at least this is a way to salvage cards, though, right?
Yes.
So a rare opportunity in a way. This is probably your one way on recycling Fenrir, so you have something to ride every turn. I
That's
guess.
true. If you just soul blast them and get it back, then you don't have to worry about being stuck on a rested Vanguard.
So Vanagane already
Actually attacking.
using the skill. Will Log take it? They've got a lot of damage that they can take if they want to.
Well, Blessed Favor did heal 1 damage, so Log Anime being on 1, I think it's in a pretty comfortable position to just like take any big hits that John will be throwing here.
Yeah. And there's also the cider boosting as well.
Oh, the Vanguard has been rested, I believe, by the Darkface effect.
Oh. So it comes into play, retired 1, but it looks like it got rested?
Yes.
Not an attack.
Not an attack.
Okay, and then calling the Melissa? No skill at all. So I guess just gonna... Oh,
Okay,
attack.
he's gonna put it into Soul, I believe, with Rillen.
So this is a bit of a poke. But resting the Vanagana is huge. Because I think the Vanagana can check the top cards of your deck.
See, here we see the Rillen putting
Get a
back
card back,
Soul.
yeah.
I wonder if he's trying to do anything with putting the Melissa specifically into Soul.
Okay.
And I think as Log Anime, like when you play
Grabs a PG.
Mega Colony, oh, okay, that's pretty nice. Mega Colony likes to play it defensive. You know, you want to check all the squares that. Ooh, no boosting. Okay, he's choosing.
Thinking about it.
Okay. Yeah, back as a Mega Colony, you want to like know all the angles of your opponent's attacks and react accordingly. So getting having to fight Genesee here and seeing some interesting cards might be like, what is he gonna do? How is he gonna like go through? Oh, a heal trigger. This is huge for
good.
John.
Yeah, really...
Beginning back to 4 damage. Is that another trigger? No. Okay.
Oh,
that was a
attack
really
rear.
good swing.
Oh, attack rear that one.
Oh. Some very interesting patterns coming in.
Actually just damage denying Log Anime at like 0 available counterblast.
I think it was 1. I think the one counterblast used last turn was healed. So I think he's still got 1 face up there.
Okay, there we go. Let's go into Gridora. So I guess there's definitely 1.
So yep, and Gridora comes in and it's just like that. We were locking another turn off stone, flipping the Messiah up.
Oh, the Messiah will be able to give Log extra damage if they want to. And then calling down. What happened to the moth in Log's hand? Oh,
I think we see them being attacked into.
Oh no, it got retired by the Vanagana. So
oh yes,
doesn't have any. If Log doesn't have any other moths, then
yeah. So if he wants to get any Hell Demise happening this turn, he'll need to be able to return 1 of 2 copies in the drop. See blisters coming up. Not much anything else seems like. Choosing to boost Vanguard instead. And is this just gonna be like a Vanguard call to the rear 3 attacks? That seems like the plan. Okay, so Ghidorah swinging in. Gonna see if
you have to guard this.
Yeah, there's
they got
no
a
way
PG.
taking this one.
John got a PG.
Was considering to use the PG last turn. So maybe this is like John's way of trying to stall out the Gridora turns until he gets to resolve a bit more effects, have a bit more breathing space. PG. Still choosing the cards to discard again.
Hand sizes.
Fenrir, very piece reliant deck. You don't want to throw away things that potentially you might need later on. You do have the ability to salvage, but it's not the freest thing. You do need the rare limbs, and they're like single use. Okay, here we see another Fairtrun being discarded because it feels like in this game it might be a bit too costly to pull off. Here, look, enemy triggers a draw PG.
Swing of the last column can actually actually no crit on it, right?
Yeah, yeah, but also like this is it's kind of like
a lot of guard. Wow. Yeah, this is...
That's it. Okay, that was a nice quick turn from Log Anime.
Both turns very simple in a way.
And ooh, okay, we see something interesting here. So we see the D promo, Candelaria, tires itself and gets 2 tokens in the back row, which means there's no rearguard targets here for John to attack into. No damage denies. Well, unless John here goes into a no Vanguard attack, but I think that's very unlikely.
And it's pretty smart because you know John's game plan. It's to not give you anything. Although to be honest, now that you have the Messiah face up, you can start dealing yourself damage. But this is just it's like a nice little way to get around. Traditional means.
You still want to keep the front row to cap on any sort of crits that you might trigger that turn, but at the same time, you're not going to give any space for any further damage denies from John.
And more force markers coming down on John's side, but we're still waiting for the game plan.
And I'm wondering how many souls anime is on, because the Soul Blast 2 from Dark Face, I believe that's not once per turn, right? Oh,
it's not once per turn.
Ooh, okay.
You just need to be able to pay the cost.
Alright, let's see how that plays out. Are we gonna see a stride turn this turn, or is it just gonna be a poke?
It's a weird one. Like, your strides don't really do that much.
No, you don't. I think in the Mirror of Orbit, it is a lot more different because you're not exactly holding your opponent's damage. You just want to go all out every single turn. But here, John playing a different deck.
Well, on Mega Holy's side, you don't really have to think that much of what to do. Just do your own game plan. I guess at some point you run out of Gridor.
That is true. It's like control versus control. John here, well, has to rewrite every single turn, but Anime just has to flip a Gridora.
Well, nearly every single turn.
Nearly every single turn.
When there's no Gridoras left, you don't have to rewrite anymore.
Or ultimately, that counter blast, which is crucial, but again, no front rows here. I'm wondering if John's actually considering just pausing the turn, but I don't know if that will, because that's not advancing the game in any way, because you're just drawing one.
I don't think there's a world where you pass. You attack with Vanguard at least and do 1 damage, because they're gonna get 1 damage anyway from
that is true.
The Messiah if they really want to. I'm pretty sure. And if that's the case, then you might as well do it, right?
Lots of things to consider. Again, top 8 game, high stakes. So once you get into this, you're like 1 away from getting a Chrono Jet promo.
Yeah. And still considering what they want to do. So it's one of these like technical games where both players. Is Gridora really a control deck? It's not really a control deck. It's control, but then it bashes you with 5 attacks.
Yeah. It's like trying to fight with a shield, right? It's like it uses the protect and then bashes you with a protect. Okay.
In terms of draining resources, it's one to do that, but like.
Okay, we see a rare element come into play here.
Okay. Calaboss 1. We use the effect. Gonna call.
Wonder what's useful here. Another PG might be nice. Ooh, Gold Ion. Okay.
Okay.
That's see if like putting Gold Ion into the soul is also like a setup.
I feel like it's built soul, but at the same time you just don't want to have that many cards done.
Yeah. Because the restriction that was put on you makes it so that all that G-Guard or even the Ferrotrims, they're all just shut down. Okay, Vanguard's wings, it looks like.
Okay, no guards.
Gonna try to deal some damage this turn.
And I think it's a Grade 3 switch.
Yep, I think that's a Strider version, so Skull.
Oh, we're running the Stride fodder version, eh? That's not a lot of defense, 5k. Deals 1 damage to block.
Yeah.
And then This is hitting in. This is actually moving in. So this would be 2 damage given. Which opens up things like Obstrandus as well.
Oh yes, Obstrandus will be pretty okay.
So
1 damage.
1 damage goes to 3.
And I think we see a glimpse of the Battler S there.
It looks like salvaging another Fenrir to make sure there's a read-write target next turn.
That's pretty nice, being able to adapt your game strategy to like things that you need to do.
Yeah, yeah. But now back to log.
So
And
this
gonna
Vanguard has
stride.
been like sort of tapped.
What do you stride here? Did you just go Gridorian?
Just go to Gridora? Okay. Like, I mean, you haven't run out, so like it's still good to do.
Run 4 for a reason.
Yes, yes.
I think he's out of Heldemise, right? Unless Logos able to put some back.
Yep. So let's see if this turn we can see how some Heldemise going back into the deck. Otherwise, it's gonna be a 3 attack poke. Great Researcher coming in. Let's see anything's useful here. Oh yes, absolutely. So this is the card that we need right now. High Class Moth counts as a grade 3 in the deck, which means you can fetch up your hand, and that will get the Heldemise back into the deck. Just what you wanted to see.
Yeah, also it can countercharge as well, right? So in games where your counterblast is limited, this is the gentleman you want. This is the moth you want.
Yes.
One of high class.
Also being played at 4 copy, definitely like
it's definitely one of the
card.
The keyest cards in the entire deck, you could say. But one thing I want to note is that Logos plays 1 copy of Antlion.
Oh, Antlion.
That's a card I haven't seen in a while, you know?
Yeah. You didn't Soul Blast a grade 2, but I don't know if Log has been rewriting here. Obviously, because we're playing G grade 3s, no protect markers on ride. Actually, that brings up another point. So we haven't seen Log playing into any protect markers, so he actually still has the option to go into protect 2 if it needs to. I don't think it will be. We'll get to that game point. So here, we'll see. Okay, we see the blisters coming in again. Oh, and the Antlion that you mentioned comes right there.
It's a grade 3, so you know.
Do we see the grade 3? Do we see a grade 3? No, okay. I think that was there's no Antlion effect resolved that turn, so it's just gonna be a vanilla 12k. Not the worst. Oh, actually, no, that is on attack. That is on attack.
It is on
so...
attack, but I don't think there's protect markers, which you probably would normally do that, or you have to discard Sentinel.
Wow, look at this like token poke. Absolutely, that's a nasty one. So, okay, more Rivet Swings.
It's actually not Sentinels. It's been so long since I saw this card. It's got just 2 cards. That's so efficient.
And then we'll see how the mice come into play here. I'm sure the restand will happen on the Antlion, and if he has grade 3s in Soul, he'll be able to choose when to do it. I don't think it's being is it being resolved? I don't think so. Just 12k poke. And I think John was asking how many cards are left in Log Anime's deck, and it seems like quite a lot. We haven't seen too many cards coming out from Log Anime. So I'm wondering if John here is just trying to do some form of mailing done with Melissa.
Well, there's a board now at least. So.
Oh, is that a damage defensive heal? That looks like our defensive heal. Okay, John, blessed by the stars, playing Genesis.
Yeah, you need that heal definitely does sustain quite a lot.
And okay, we will see the Gridora attack calling that Heldemise restanding Antlion. Alright. Is this a PG? Yeah, that's a PG. That's an easy PG for John. And also no more OTs left in Log Anime because it's been resolved. It should be a pretty straightforward guarding from here on. And hopefully that hand is enough to keep it alive.
Okay. Now,
the triggers will be
we're
coming
gonna
in.
like. I don't think Antlion is once per turn, right? If you really wanted to, if you have the resources, you can do it.
So I think the card that's been hurting John a lot this set, and we've seen it being played almost every turn. That brilliant blister, the V brilliant blister, just like constantly boosting and going back to hand, and you know, it's a pressure on the offense, but it's not a card on the field that John can sort of target that. Okay, hold up. That's right. I completely forgot that high class moth counts as a grade 3 also in soul. It's deck and soul. So you can soul blast a high class moth to proc antlion. Wow, that is a what. That was like some low sweep coming in. That's the 5th damage. And okay, John survives that turn. That was some. We see some pretty cool text coming from Log Anime, but that was not enough to close the game.
Yeah, Fenrir now back to the turn, able to. Will be the time for Fenrir's game plan, I have to say. Is it? Got 2 force markers, but it's like a force 1 on.
Yeah, but it's not like because you want to run. You don't want those force markers. You just got it because you have to rewrite your Vanguard.
Yeah, but I guess at some time you can start dealing damage if your opponent's low enough, and then it will be useful. You know.
Mm-hmm. Maybe useful.
Maybe useful. Yeah.
So here we still have. So I think the Dark Phase effect won't come into effect much any longer because the soul's been used. But still on 3 damage.
Yeah, I mean, we're still wondering on the game plan, but there's a lot of soul to build that's been built now.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's gonna be like some sort of like wombo combo. He's counting the pieces.
Right. Doing one for Fenrir.
Mm-hmm. Is that a during?
And this is the one time where there's like 3 cards on the opponent's side of the field. Usually there's like less than 2. So
yeah.
This is the time to. This is probably say the Melissa turn.
This is as good as it gets. 3 cards because those 2 blisters just keep going away.
Yeah. And is it a Glepnir?
Mm-hmm.
So do they need to salvage something?
See a lot of cards that can fetch other cards here.
It's fetching specific things, you know, to build the combo.
Yeah, it feels like John's got like a path built on his head right now. It's like, all right, I think this is go time. Now, still a lot of cards and Log's deck.
Yeah, and carefully constructed. Still going through. Get the salvage now, I think.
All the maths going in.
Do each of these sequences correct to get the combo that you want. But I'm still curious what the combo is. I'm waiting for the big surprise play.
Yes, there's been like quite a fair bit of setup.
And
Logs, they're still just waiting. All right, how is this gonna turn out? I really just want to like get a few crits in and close that game, but you know what? Sometimes the heals and the draws.
I like how the Vanguard just has been sitting there the whole game, rested,
chilling.
Oh, it's finally gone.
It's getting retired, or
it's finally gone. I think.
I believe it will be played over by something. No.
Yeah, it disappeared.
Still rested. Okay, he's gonna
just
move
it
it
back. Okay.
A unit's still a unit.
And
okay. Is that Glepnir getting a PG back into? Okay, Melissa's coming in.
Soul Blast using the Melissa effect now. Okay, we're going somewhere.
And we're gonna see like the field being reset.
It's 1 critical and 2
not so good rear guards. Okay.
Well, they definitely wouldn't be better than the ones that they had before. Cider comes down.
The deck
He's
counting.
counting the deck.
Counting. Very important when you play these matchups.
All right. But Log Anime's deck looks pretty big still. I mean, it could be the angles. It's always the angles, but...
Okay, I think we see a Vanguard attack right now. Maybe this is like a slow chip to the deck to just reduce the quality of those rear guards.
The drive
checks. 2 blanks.
Attacking rear still.
Okay. Is this like the 0 CV strat?
Massive denial plays going on.
Yeah. All these super powered rear guards. Just there to check the Mega Colony rear guards.
I'm guessing. Oh, this is another Vanguard that came down. Nice. And where is this one going?
Wait, is this an attack?
No, wait, no.
I think that was just the one from it was
they swapped it around. Yeah,
yep.
okay, yeah.
But the Melissa there standing in the back row must be serving some purpose.
Well, it can get retired by a Malignantis, the bug, and then it dodges the 10k. But
okay, the deck counting game, very tense.
Are we at? How many Gridoras have we seen now? There's so many cards in the G zone on.
I think that's the third one. So
one more.
Yes. So this is the 4th stride turn for Log.
Okay. What does Log go into? The 4th stride turn. Is it GB6 still? I think he's flipped like nothing.
Yeah.
Really
I mean,
up,
you
right?
wouldn't be like G guarding any of those rear guards, really. All right, considering rides, strides, striding with a crit trigger here into a Gridora.
This should be the last Gridora,
yep.
Right?
Absolutely last Gridora here, and we see the high class moth giving that Helldemice and counter charge. Just the 2 things that you need to make Gridora work. One card does it all.
Yeah. But this is the last one in terms of searching any more grade 3s.
I've got to say, John has like survived pretty well.
Somehow.
Here. Yeah.
Somehow.
Playing a force deck, but I guess it's all that PG fetches, all the salvages, been keeping him well in the game, even without the heal guardians or no G guards.
Yeah, the funny thing is, Log has also hit GB8 with his stride.
GB8 does everyone remember like what? Is there a GB8?
Yeah, he's running the GB8.
He's running the GB8. Okay, alright, interesting. I guess sometimes games do go for that long.
Especially with Gridora, right?
Yeah, it's Gridora, yeah.
You're just sitting there,
Total
not letting your
grind.
opponent play the game. So in rare situations, you might actually see this GB8.
Is that Battler S we see?
Ooh.
Are we gonna see something spicy this turn?
Might be going for a deck out on the Mega Colony side as well.
Yeah, both players just fighting it out.
We've
on
seen
the deck
this.
out.
We've seen this card come into play. Oh, but I think took it back. Was it played over? Yeah, I think it's played over. But yeah, the Battleress is there. We saw this played last one of the Swiss games to mill out the opponent.
Having that drop zone ability. Now,
how much soul does Log Anime have?
Yeah, I think a lot of them have been used in the previous turns. But maybe, small numbers. When it comes to mills, they do add up.
Yeah.
And here, John's also on 5 damage. So with the Helldemice, that's gonna be 5 attacks that you have to guard. Will be pretty rough.
Yeah. What a technical game. Both plays feels like they're trying to do well, John's trying to do his super combo. That has
at the same time you want to do your combo, but you don't want to fall into your opponent's combo.
And
range.
Log's trying to work his way around the lack of resources I guess he has. Just trying to maximize each resource that he's given.
And I have to say, all the great researchers and the high-class mods have been doing so much work for Log here. I think will be one of his favorite cards in the deck. Alright, we see the blisters coming back down to boost and bounce. Oh, actually, we see the Melissa hiding back there. Okay, 2 blisters.
Okay, so full field now, but the blister. I think there's one standing unit, right?
Yeah, just hiding there. The Melissas might be enough to prevent, unless there's any more taps that can come in from Log's side.
Oh, I think I think the grade 2 PR can. Oh no, you have to. This is interesting. How is Log gonna maneuver around this, or is he just committing the blisters?
It's like I can afford to lose them. Like, well, if you're gonna do anything with against my sweet cocktail, I'm happy for that. If not, either way, John has to make 2 like tough decisions.
PG here.
PG here. Okay.
First check, nothing. Second check, nothing.
Oh.
Just a bunch of cocktails.
Okay. All right.
All
just
blanks.
3 blanks. Well, I guess John's probably gonna be still in this game.
Guard with the cider that's been returning to boy hand the whole time.
Yes. And did Log forget there's that standing Melissa?
Yeah,
Was that a miss? Okay.
So is the chance for John? I mean, one thing with
with the fields being full,
yeah,
you can get the maximum value out of Melissa here. 5 cards that can get replaced.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, one thing though that we haven't said is like the moth keeps on putting cards back, right? So
are we seeing John on 3 cards left in the deck now? I think that is. Yeah, we see the Dreaming
wow.
Dragon, and also no Fenrir rewrites this turn. But I guess he's probably happy with no Vanguard attacks at all. Just because that Dreaming Dragon can save him from the deck out. And see here.
Can Fenrir just go for a deck out play now?
We shall see. John, I think he's been waiting for this moment.
Yeah.
All right.
So 3 cards in deck.
2 now with that 1 soul charge.
Oh, it didn't rewrite though.
No rewrites, so no Vanguard swings. Okay, what are we gonna see?
But if there's no rewrite, can he actually win?
It's a very interesting game state that we are in. But yeah, I think Log was expecting those 2 blisters to go back into hand.
Like the soul count is not the highest.
Yeah,
so if there was more Melissas in hand, it's
the soul resource have been used a lot for just getting defensive cards back into the hand to survive those Vanguard swings.
So putting down the Dreaming Dragon.
Dreaming Dragon, it's a good card to keep you in the game, but it's not a piece that sort of combos you. Oh, is that a pass?
Oh.
Okay. I think something's happening here. Are we gonna see a swing, or he just wants to keep the field all rested? Oh, is that like a pure pass because we need to wait for a Dreaming Dragon turn? Oh, is that enough hand to
kind of
keep John in the game?
Yeah, it doesn't look like a lot of hand at all. It's.
And, we've seen 4 Great Doors being flipped up, but this is now the GB8 possible turn.
The GB8 is, I remember, gets pretty big as well. So.
And at 5 damage, 2 cards left in the deck, not an easy spot to survive. Just on the edge. I think Log here smells blood in the water, wants to be very careful with everything that he does.
Ooh.
Oh, and use 2 arrest cards. Oh, retires.
So this is the Matt Malagans. Is it not striding?
Guess not.
Ah, but this is going to be a really rough turn because
Dreaming Dragon being retired.
they're all not getting. He's not getting the 10Ks though. He's just getting the retires going. Wait, the Dreaming Dragon didn't go off?
I think. Huh. Wonder what happened there.
Huh. Is there an OT still in the deck?
Hold on a second. Have we seen John stride this game?
John hasn't. Oh no, we haven't.
He hasn't struck a single time.
Oh
I
no!
think, so that means
he hasn't. He doesn't have GB. Oh no!
Oh my! I think
normally you G guard.
Yes,
but against Mega Colony you can't G guard at all. So you just don't have any GB.
Yes, we don't stride. You have to keep Great Trees to rewrite every single turn. No stride, and Dreaming Dragon just not be able to resolve that GB1. Unfortunate.
Wow! Oh my! That's such a rough miss. Yeah.
I think John was just trying to stay focused on what he can do around the Gridora.
Just to stay alive,
just
right?
To stay alive, and so many things happening. In these high pressure tournaments, things like that do happen.
It does happen. Like, this is one of those really strange technical games. You definitely doesn't really occur much during playtesting, right? Like, we playtest a lot.
Yeah, you kind of assume that GB will always be open at one point in the game, and until you realize, oh, no strides, no G guards.
This is the one game out of like maybe 100 or 200 that you play once, and then you might just forget about it because it will rarely pop up.
Yes.
But then it does pop up in like a really, really high intense situation, and then that's rough. That's rough.
But well played. Will be interesting to see more Genesis coming around. But we'll be back to round 4 very
not round 4.
Top four.
Yeah.
We'll see Mega Colony making it in.
We'd only have one Mega Colony, but we'll probably look at the other side of the bracket where there's no Mega Colonies. Right? We might leave if the other Mega Colony player wins. I think in this bracket, then the Mega Colony players will have a fun time together. Right?
Is that a mirror?
I think if they do win, I think they'll have a mirror, right? So I think that's how the bracket will work. But we'll see what happens. We'll be going to the other side of the bracket hopefully, and we'll be back soon. All right.
Yes.
So stay put. You might see crazy games.
We'll be back.
Welcome to the Bushiroad English Conference Autumn 2023. With Halloween right around the corner, our pumpkin spice lattes seem to have been replaced by carved pumpkins. Ready your hearts and your wallets, you're in for a fright. Now that we're halfway through the Bushiroad Championship Series 2023 season, if you've been living under a pumpkin, the World Finals will take place on February 3rd, 2024 at Akihabara UDX. That's right, we're heading back to Tokyo, Japan. I can't wait to see all of you again and crown some new world champions. If you need even more motivation to take part, here's your first look at the promo cards you receive for participating. And the champions for each game and format will be receiving these. Oh, those are some impressive promo cards. If you were to win an invite, fret not. BCS is still ongoing, so you still have a chance to earn an invite at the following locations. Here are the dates for North and Latin America, Europe, Asia and Oceania. The top 3 winners for each game and format will be invited to participate at the World Finals. What's more, if you emerge champion of your region, your flight and accommodations will be on us. For our fellow card fighters and Saniwa, your powerful Touken Danshi will be making a return in Touken Rumble Online 2023. Look forward to brand new mechanics that will grant them new strength and power in their Kiwame forms. Do bugs bug you? I sure hope not, because we'll be descending into the insect kingdom with Mushi King. Watch out for these super powered insects crawling your way into Booster Pack 13, Flight of Chakrabarti. What do you dream of when you dream of duets? I dream of Yume no Kesho. These collaboration promo cards with the Bang Dream AI singing synthesizer feature Poppy and Rose and will be available at the upcoming Bushiroad Expo Asia, Singapore 2023. For our international viewers, these promo cards will also be available at your local game stores. Stay tuned to our social media channels to find out how you can redeem these promo cards. And here's the recap for Cardfight Vanguard. A world with magic and science, parallel universe bathed in crimson, a magical high school, a virtual reality MMORPG world. It's time to take a trip down memory lane with Dengeki Bunko. Nostalgic titles like A Certain Magical Index, Shakugan no Shana, The Irregular at Magic High School, Sword Art Online, and many more are making a comeback with new illustrations. With 51 titles included in the set, there's definitely something for everyone. For our Bang Dream fans, Trial Deck Plus Bang Dream My Goal will also be performing on a Weiss Schwarz stage near you. The set features new illustrations that fans will want to add to their existing collections. Let's count down to the party! Premium Booster Bang Dream Girls Band Party Countdown Collection will also be performing on a stage to celebrate their 6th anniversary with glittering illustrations of your favorite Bang Dream girls. Don't miss out on this chance to update your collection with these new cards. From one idol to the next. Do you hear those cheers for an encore? We're happy to announce that Bochi and her friends will be bringing their performance to the stage of Weiss Schwarz as well. We'd love to have them now, but it's gonna take a while to convince Bochi to come out of her room, so we'll let you know once we manage to do so. One can never have enough idols performing, but heroines need a stage too. The heroines from Sai Kano will be making their comeback on the stage of Weiss Schwarz. The series may have reached its finale a few years back with the movie installment, but no matter who you root for, this is your chance to create a different ending for your favorite girl. Did you catch my clue at the start of this segment? We're returning to the world of Remnant in Premium Booster Ruby. Join Team Ruby and their newfound allies as they protect their world from the Grim. Intern-kun has shown me some tweets and I'm really impressed with your collections, and I look forward to seeing your updated collections once this set launches next year. That's quite a lot to take in. In case you missed it, here's a summary of what we've announced so far. Are you dreaming of becoming the world champion? Don't let your dreams be dreams. Take part in the upcoming World Invitational 2023 Last Chance Qualifiers for, well, one last chance to qualify for the World Finals. The Last Chance Qualifiers will be open to all participants except those who have already earned a sponsored invite to the World Finals. I know many of you are raring to go, so here are the locations where the Last Chance Qualifiers will be held.
Weiss Schwarz. Witness the strongest band together on the stage of Weiss Schwarz. Ari Fureta, from Commonplace to World's Strongest. Trial Deck and Booster Pack. On sale November 17th. Bushiroad. Weiss Schwarz. The Kansen of Azure Lane join the battle on the stage of Weiss Schwarz. Trial Decks and Booster Pack Azure Lane. Now on sale. Bushiroad.
The flame of Leviathan rises, and new heroes must answer its roar. Will you join the adventure? Booster Set 3, Flame of Leviathan, coming soon.
Weiss Schwarz. The name of Eins Oregon continues to expand on the stage of Weiss Schwarz. Booster Pack Nazareth Tomb of the Undead Volume 2, now on sale, Bushiroad.
Weiss Schwarz. The Stage Girl Silver Screen Review is now a card game on the stage of Weiss Schwarz. Review Starlight, the movie Booster Pack. Now on sale. Bushiroad.
Shadowverse, which took the world by storm, greets a second dawn. As a trading card game. Arise, warriors. Be anointed in light, and soar towards a horizon more brilliant than you've ever seen before. Shadowverse.
Welcome back, everyone. After that long game, we are here to have a quick look at what came through. And we're also going to look at the other 6 decks that we didn't see just then.
Okay.
Just to give you guys
The full picture of the top 8.
exactly. So let's see who won. We know one of the mega colonies made it through, but Log Anime will be facing Julius.
Julius, okay. I think we've seen Julius in streams in Swiss.
Yes, he is the Riviere player. So we have a Mega Colony versus Riviere. And then at the bottom half, we have Gasha Dokuro versus Sean. So
Okay.
Gasha playing the Eradicators and Sean on the Shunoi. So we'll be watching that one.
Ooh, Red Clan battle.
That's right. Let's take a quick look at the other 6 decks that were being played. So we can see what, unfortunately, some of the top 8 players, the knocked out, but what they were playing as well, and give you the full look, right? The full look. So if we can swap to the deck lists, that would be very, very cool. Yeah. What are the most excited to see, Calvin? Which list?
Deck reviews. We
This
saw
one?
quite a bit of them. Oh man.
Oh, we've got Sean.
Sean. So coming into the top 4, we've got Shiranui also
Yes.
playing with a very quite interesting list. We've got a few cards that ensures you ride the right grade trees. Also, we've got Ungai that can reset your opponent's power.
Yes, Ungai, but mostly, Esperaldias, the multi-attack, but generally a pretty standard list. You got the Mizukazes and the Forbidals to search it all out.
Yes.
So very cool. So let's swap it over to the G zone and see what is being played. I assume it's going to be 4 Renes, right? There it is.
Yes.
4
Clear
Renes. And the Tsukamura card as well. Mostly the most important cards out of the lot. But let's take a look at the other deck. Sean, who is he fighting against? Will be against, well, not John. John was the player that unfortunately got knocked out. Just then we saw it on stream. Well, but
I think
still
it
a
was
cool deck.
very interesting deck.
Yeah, very
I think
interesting
it was
deck.
just, yeah, the GB was a bit unfortunate.
Yes, the last play. And then let's swap it over to. Oh, I think it's flashing. Right, it's flashing. Let's swap it over to the G zone. Right. Power through it.
Powers of internet, we can get it back on.
The empty G zone. Well, technically, he didn't really use much of the G zone. Oh, we got Gashidokuro. Okay, now we're here. This is who Sean will be fighting against. Running 4 of the. Ooh. 4 Rolocks.
That's very interesting. Also running Esperdia, but no Forbidals here. Just maximizing that deck slot for all the good stuff.
Who needs Forbidal? Just draw it. Right? Just draw your
yep.
cards.
You draw so many cards anyways. You don't need to search them.
Yeah. 2 Esperalities for the multi. Pretty standard list, I have to say. Just no Demolition Dragons. I can see there's like 4 Demolition Dragons out, 4 Grolocks in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just sub it to the next best thing.
That's right. All right. And then let's look at the G zone as well. I'm shooting, 3 Exterminates. Are we seeing that? Yeah.
Yep.
The Messiah, Voltages, pretty cool stuff. 1 Stunverse. Have you noticed Stunverse looks like a less bulky GB8?
and you also have all the
3 impedes.
user
3
tokens.
impedes. Oh, but not running the. Oh no, you just got one of them there. So all right, G zone's pretty good, right? G zone's pretty good.
Ready for those crazy multi, triple, maybe double or triple G guards.
Yes, yes. Let's look at some of the other decks too, if we have them there. It's Julius. So this is the Riviere player. Such a compact deck, right?
Very compact deck. Your cards just search each other out and making also in top 4. I think he beat the other Mega Colony player. So he'll be paired against another Mega Colony.
Yeah, so he'll be known as the Mega Colony Slayer if he's able to win this. Also, just of note, running 4 of the grade 0 Rivieres.
Yes.
So we saw that come into action in the game. So pretty cool when it just totally goes off and wins. And let's put it to the G zone as well. Don't forget the Loris, guys. Loris is cool. But yeah, Helltrawler, Tira, pretty good stuff.
All you need.
All you need.
And sometimes it's only for the double force because
That's right.
Force is pretty good.
That's right. The Force, double Force with the Selena, right? If we just open it to the next one, next deck in top 8, 2, it's Gibbler. So we saw Gibbler as well. The other Mega Colony running more of the mill package in a way. Well, at least the grade 3. But there's no battle. Where's Battler S?
No Battler S.
No Battler S. All right.
Different ways of milling. I see.
Okay. But yeah, unfortunately was knocked out by Julius, I think. So unfortunate.
Riviere.
This one is running two split with the Brilliant Blisters as well. So let's more focus on this. That's actually pretty good against oh no, it wouldn't be good against Riviere because they just keep on rewriting it. So unfortunate. But if we can just swap it there as well to the G zone and see, it should be pretty.
Yes.
Oh, this one was the one with Messiah.
Yes,
right?
no Messiah, no extra shield. So if you go second, it's an ouchie.
Yeah, it's a bit of an ouch. 20k shield is pretty good, but yeah, unfortunate. moving on to the next one, I think we've got one more bracket to show. We have Asura.
Like, oh, like the moment I see how small the cards are, yep, I know what these will be.
We have the Highlander. Unfortunately, I think was knocked out in top 8 as well. So the other Bermuda Triangle didn't make it. But this Highlander deck, remember back in Worlds, was one of the better decks, or probably the best deck out there.
One of the strongholds of the Ride Down era.
Yes. And well, now you don't really ride down as much, but the deck is still just as effective because not only is its main deck strong, if we look at the G Zone, we see the powerhouse that is, again, Heltrotter. Heltrotter. That one in a lifetime. You also get the Frederica, right? The GB. You just call your whole board full of grade 4s. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. But yeah, basically the Heltrotter Highlander combo is just always strong there. And I think, do we have any more decks? Have you been counting, Kelvin?
Yes.
Sagran. Sagran. That's right. With the only Grand Blue player, unfortunately, didn't make it. Was knocked out as well in top 8. And yeah, that's. What do you think? Grand Blue expert, Sagran?
It's first look against everything, but at the same time, it loses to quite a lot of things. So
I was playing as Eradicators, right?
Yeah, it's one of the rougher matchups. That one,
he actually has the outs to it, but you know, sometimes
it's just not enough.
It's still a rough go, right? Just we swap it over to G Zone quickly. We can just see, you know, the bad bounties,
Bartholomew's, and yep, all the good G guards.
Oh, there's the big Obadiah, but then there's also another Obadiah. So, okay, all right, that's cool. If that's all the decks, we are ready.
I think the players are running hot and ready to like.
Well, they're both from Dragon Empire.
Yeah,
right?
Always hot.
Yes, so they're pretty much always good to go. Fast decks. Dragon Empire as well. Both Dragon Empire's doing really good in this tournament. You know, we had Eradicators. We had the Touch Kaze came 9th as well.
Rough one.
I think the Dragon Empire is very similar to the Roman Empire. Put it like that.
Okay.
All roads lead to Dragon Empire. You think Narukami got nerfed? Nah, they're just back.
I think, yeah, Narukami, I think the amount of options that you have, the amount of good cards that you can swap in is quite plentiful. So here, I think we see Sean going first and immediately resolving the Seingeki. So that's the Right Fixer promo.
Wow. Okay. So it's so weird now that like on the first turn before you do anything, you're already fixing.
Yeah. I like that part. It just gives a premium Envy a bit more consistency in getting the cards that you would want.
And getting the Magatsu Gale immediately. So the grade 2 at least is ready, but Rise the Honley, so definitely grade 1 is nice. All right, not a feel sad. I feel like when you do the ride fixture at 0, you're already hoping for a better grade 1 ride.
Yes.
I mean, I think the reason why you do that is maybe you're missing even a 3, right? Maybe you're trying to grab the 1 that can search for the 3, maybe.
Or just slightly decked in and maybe wanting to keep and get another grade 1 to keep that Honolly in hand, because both of these decks can multi-attack. And having a Honolly for the late game can be pretty nice.
Yeah, so...
We see Gasha here riding the Dragoon and checking top 5 for a grade 3. Looks like he has some options there. Selecting one of them. Now, the nice thing with going second is because you do get to extra hand your discards kind of easier because you can just discard the Quick Shield.
Yes. Yes. Or the Guardian Shield if you really hate it.
Okay. So here...
Heal Guard.
Okay. So it's kind of controversial taking out heals from your deck because a healing deck is something that you can heal the damage off. But guess what? If you're going second, kind of on your back foot sometimes, and you just want to have the extra consistency, making sure you can level yourself.
Like not dying is pretty good.
Yeah.
But to be fair, isn't Gasho the one riding the 4 Rolocks as well?
he just likes to have that, I guess, second, third strike turn.
And discarding a crit trick instead of a Quick Shield.
Okay.
That's an interesting one.
Now, I think Gasha is also quite aware that he's fighting against Nubatama, and Nubatama can be quite sneaky with
Rines. The Rines. Outing the Rines with the 2 tickets in hand is a way.
Yep.
And got the Shoujo Doji ride. This one is very, very strong.
So we've seen it come up a few times, and in multiple decks actually, because not just Nubatama, Murakuma also have a lot of stealthy cards, so it does work for both. And it's a 10k grade 2.
And the Forbital went to damage.
Yes, the Forbital went to damage, so we're not going to see that resolved. Gasha also doesn't play any Forbitals we mentioned earlier, so this game, nerf orbitals for both sides.
It's always the one-off cards that go to the damage, you know?
Now, this Soga Doji might hurt Gasha quite a bit because having a 10k Vanguard against Eradicator who wants to get those on hits and running mostly 9k powers on the front row, that rush potential might just be gated by 10k.
It's a very, very nice kind of ride target, you know? Just doing a bunch of things at once. Falls out another card as well.
So this is the same Engeki, also with the Forktail for that extra soul charge.
And the boost, so you can get the discard going. So a bunch of things working together.
And Seengeki it's pretty crazy. Like with just one Soul Blast, you discard one of your opponent's hand. It's actually pretty rough in the early game because your hand is like so tight. You kind of want to keep everything all the way to your rights and make your big plays. But having to discard this early in the game.
Yeah, it's much more impactful, you know?
Yes.
Because you lose key pieces. And then you're tempted to discard things like the Quick Shield. But at the same time, you do want to kind of keep the Quick Shield as well, right? Because just for the later situations, as you mentioned, with the Rene Coles.
Yes. And we see the Bangatsu Gale that was searched come into play here. So this is one of the best cards in Ubatama. It just gets you a free attack, goes into Soul, gets a hand. It's everything that you want from a rear guard swing in the early games.
So this is kind of weird situation. Vanguard first, all right. Technically speaking, you know, Gasha particularly. Oh, the heal guard
comes in,
and looks like a miss.
That's a miss. Okay, and this is a 17k swing. Not gonna hit that 18k, but Gasha still needs to discard a card in hand.
Do you think attacking Vanguard first was correct?
I wonder if he plays front triggers in the deck there. But I think he has to attack with Vanguard first, in a way, because yeah, that's what is going to happen. He's gonna clear the front rows.
No, but you can do something like Seengeki first.
Discard one first, yeah, something like that.
And then if they commit the heal guard there, then it's awkward, right? You can still punch through.
Still needs to get an offensive trigger, but nothing comes out there. So
yeah, but yeah, if you do get the offensive trigger there, it's well, I guess it's kind of the same, but you just force them to use card earlier.
So Gasha here, that one heal guardian definitely helps keeping the damage low, still on 0. But here we see a 9 to 10k swing with no triggers as well. So
I mean, there's a 10k coming into play, right?
Yep. Going first with 0 CP, 1 damage though.
I think that's fine because now if you ride up to Oboro, you can then just do your combo
and everything's so free, and you just get more
discards.
Discards happening.
And play down the. We don't have to play down saying it. Just you have another 3 though. We're back in BCS Australia. We had a similar game where it was very hard for them to even have a great 3.
Yes, great trees. The great trees in Nupatam are so powerful. You kind of like feel bad discarding them.
Is that a heal guard?
Oh man,
it's got a heal guard.
Heal guardian goes out, and yep, we see this stride getting 2 protect markers, protect 1, going to hand, keeping the game safe.
I mean, like, hear me out. Like, G guards in Nubatama aren't that great anyway, so maybe the heal is just the correct discard.
I mean, probably like one of the best ones, like the one that like steals your opponent's grade 1. But here we don't have any more Demolition Dragons. So
yeah, no Demolition Dragons to steal. Magatsu Gale comes down with the Seengeki 2.
Oh man, that's
gonna full field.
That's a lot of discards.
So Seengeki goes first. Make your opponent discard 1.
And this is the tricky part, right? If you it makes sense to discard Quick Shield because it's like the lowest value. But the moment you use that Quick Shield, that means next turn. They can go into like different strides that forces you to call cards.
I think I should throw away a Vanquisher?
That looks like a Vanquisher, but hopefully he's got another copy in his hand. He has to.
Yes, so it takes the damage.
Oh, wow, defensive over trigger, so the turn is shut down.
No, actually, the action doesn't matter in a way, because this is a really weird situation for Gashidaka, because this attack doesn't hit, but it hits anyway, because of the...
Yes,
of the skill. So a discard will happen.
Oh, this is some 0 damage gaming
happening.
Actually
0 damage gaming happening.
Both players.
And then the the Magatsu Gale is going to still attack and bounce the Sengeki back to hand. So the front row will be empty, but this situation also leaves Gasha with like 0 damage as well. So it can't really do anything significant except maybe just get to Excel circles.
Yeah.
Or a Stunverse if you want to go Stunverse.
Is an option. Just trying to replenish a bit of that hand. Because Gasha here, I think a lot of things is going through his head at the moment. Okay, I've gone through a few of these turns, but now I'm stuck with 0 damage. Alright, interesting.
I mean, an Exterminate might even work too, because you just ride it and just draw 2 cards. And it's like your one way of like drawing cards without any CB.
Yes, and it's like, who needs the power? My opponent's like, okay, never mind.
I mean, this draws 2 too.
Yes.
So
How do you draw 2 cards? Oh, just
Excel 2 twice.
It's that easy.
And then can just swing. Like, but here it is. Like, even if Gasha's on 0 damage, and you might be saying, oh, it's going to be really hard for Sean to push the damages. I think Sean pretty much wins if Gasha has like 0 cards in hand too, because there's nothing you can do when you don't have cards.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
The best you can do is maybe like top deck stride fodder and then just stride into a card. But when you have 0 cards in Vanguard, it's pretty much GG. There's like literally no way for you to play the game.
Yeah, your opponent's just like running all of their cards, and you know, you have no defenses, and it's all just gonna fail through in one turn. So checking for top 5, not getting any great trees.
Committing a mighty bolt though. So not on the Excel circle though.
So I'm thinking this might be Gasha here, knowing that his deck is more on the more of a push kind of deck. He needs to deal some damage, and Sean sitting at 0, he probably wants some CV too, so we'll see some interesting we'll see if some damage will go to Sean's at all.
Oh, okay.
Because these are easy pokes, right?
Yes.
Like, you want the damage, but at the same time, your opponent's kind of like running away with it for free.
So Zuitan will just be able to kind of refund itself.
And also not leaving any units. Okay, here
the
we go.
trigger just kind of shuts down all these Zuitans.
It's that easy. It's that easy. First attack, yep, I'm not gonna go. I want some damage for next turn. Takes it, gets a defensive. It's almost perfect. And like,
what do you do now?
What do you need? Yeah.
Okay.
And your over triggers also are out, so you know, like, you're not gonna have some potential explosive turn later on. Now getting the stand trigger, that's not the trigger that you want to see. Gives you a bit of counter charge options for next turn, but you don't really need it at this point.
Draw trigger, okay.
Okay, draw PG is pretty nice, and that's another.
Oh, a heal.
Okay, we see a lot of damages going up and down.
So we're back to square 1 now. Well, we get Alex gets to retire and bind true. But I don't think there's going to be that much. So it's going to do that much to put in Gasha's favor.
Yes. I wonder if drop zones do matter for Nubatama.
Not really. No, what matters is just the 2 Renee turns that you deal a lot of damage. And now that the OT is gone as well, I think it's pretty good for Sean. At least he doesn't have to worry about that.
Yes. You probably don't even need your Ungai anymore. Still useful to like reset your power rate, like for all the plus 10Ks that you might get. And
and
that is it. That is the
pass.
turn.
It's a pass. So Sean,
that's what you can do with 1 CB.
A lot, I think. It's actually surprisingly a lot. Oboro should be able to get its skill to call as well, I think. And I think Sean's just trying to decide what to stride right now.
Yep, so many good options. And here's the thing for Gasha. So Narukami, very strong when you have like the field and the advantage to just deal a lot of powerful attacks to your opponent. But when you're behind and you don't have cards to fill those axle circles on the field, it can be pretty rough.
So Oboro already using the skill to call something out. It's only called a 0, and if there's a Mizukaze, it can just kind of negate the zeros from being called. But I think there's more of a later turn play.
Yes, still on 0 damage. So Gasha here probably do want to get some CBs.
I'm gonna call the crit trigger, so 4K. And then Gasha puts it there on the other side. And then Sean, what will you stride into here now?
Options.
It doesn't feel like a Rene turn. So, oh.
Okay, so he's considering the Yatsukalo. Okay, and I think he's committed to that one. Oh, CB1 sub plus 1.
Yatsuka Lord isn't that used as much. So it's just one. Again, it's one of these weird games, you know. Where
Yeah, you didn't.
everyone's on no damage.
You don't expect to be like on like 1 or 0 damage like this far in. This is like turn 4.
Yeah, turn 4. Second stride, 1 damage. Opponent at 0 damage. What a situation, right? What a situation.
So more cards will be discarded for Gasha.
So this one can kind of either get you a lot of cards or make them discard a lot of cards.
And Nubotama, you do have ways to like refund your cards back to your hand so you can reuse them next turn. The thing is, if you leave them on the, they're not free. They're like consumables, right? You use it once and you get away with it. But the next time you want to do it, if you don't have the pieces, your cards will be stuck on the field, and that will be like food for Eradicator. They love seeing cards on the opponent's side of the field.
Okay, so they're using Yatsuka Lord now. What's funny about this card is it against Narukami, you can make them either call a bunch of cards onto the board, so it impedes their Impede Dragon.
Oh, impedes their Impede.
Yeah, and force them to discard a bunch of cards. But then, of course, they can just choose not to call it, and you then just draw a bunch of cards so that you have more cards called out to you know, maybe negate Impede.
Yeah. Like
or just draw your pieces more, right?
2 awkward options.
Yeah, and making Gasha choose the grade 3s.
And Sean here has been just sending that Seingeki every turn just to 1 discard for 1 Soul Blast, a very effective way of thinning your opponent's resources.
Well, Gasha actually is considering to discard cards as well.
Wow.
So maybe Gasha actually just wants pieces to bash with next turn. But then, you know, in this way, if there's more pieces on the board, you also set up like Mugen Lord turns, right?
Oh yes, that can be very scary. And yeah, that's the awkward part. Like you're playing technically the Axel deck that also has some control, but you know what? Shiranui doesn't care. Shiranui, you can just like make the whole board disappear.
Yeah, like so Gasha really doesn't want Sean to draw cards. It feels like that's why it's considering actually discarding. But okay, so
oh my,
actually calling them all and discarding 3.
Wow.
Whoa.
But I guess because he did get those 2 turns of not needing to guard, well, the 1 heal guarded and 1 OT, meaning all those cards that he would have used to guard anyways. Yeah,
they can be thrown away.
In a way, you kind of plussed from those turns. Just take those damages. You're meant to have that much damage anyways. Those hands that you can use to guard, just call it evens.
So it looks like...
Alright, off to the Vanguard swing.
So, other interesting, all grade 3s that came out, he's able to move the cards to the back, like swap the place around and boost with them. So it's
okay.
It's actually a bit of value. I'm not sure what happened to the Ungai. Did it just attack
Crit
empty?
comes in.
Oh, okay.
That will be a 2 damage. I don't see any cards coming from Gasha, so that will be okay. Back on 3.
Esperaldia goes away.
Very useful card to have, but not coming out.
So I'm pretty sure this Seingeki is staying as well. There's no more Magatsu Gale. So this is staying on the board. And if you look at the bind zone for Sean, there's actually 2 Seingekis out in the bind zone too.
Yeah.
So...
And Ungai here, I think it's only a 1 copy in Sean's deck. So that card staying in the field most likely will be removed. And okay, no guards from Gasha. We just wants all the damage.
Well, up to 4 damage, from like 0 to 4 damage. What a change.
Okay, but he gets to preserve all his hand. Sure, all those cards that he was forced to call are there, but now with a 6 circle front, this can be a big turn for Gasha.
Oh wow! Look at all those cards. Oh,
cell circles.
Right, because it's gonna start filling those board. Well, it's also on limit break 4.
Wow. Limit break 4, yeah. So able to call up some important pieces that he would like to.
We'll see if is this gonna be a stunt first?
Also,
Okay, discarding 2 to stride.
But Unen just bounces everything back to hand and then puts the souls. That's why,
Oh,
again,
was
empty
that on
board.
the back row?
That also was boosting the.
Wow. Okay,
the
I did not see that
Sengeki.
card. And wow, what a clean play. I guess you haven't run out of tickets yet.
Yeah.
Played them down, bounced them up.
It's pretty crazy. So both sides been cleaning their boards a lot. Gasha's still able to keep both the tickets in hand, so negating the Rinne plays in a way. But now that Gasha's on 4 damage, it is kind of going to that place where anything can work. You know.
And this is so classic. Like, you're fighting an Axel deck, you're on low damage, but guess what? If no defensives come in, it's still gonna be a very painful turn. Your damage can go from 1 to 5 very quickly, or perhaps even 6.
Exterminate able to capitalize getting some cards here. We'll be able to give 20k to the front board as well. That is a lot of 20k power too. It's like front row 6 cards, I think, plus 20k. A lot of, but not able to fill up the whole front row. But that's fine.
Also, this unit's hitting and that's an 11k, right?
Yeah, it's 11k.
Oh, so all these cards will hit. Oh, is that an attack or is that a rest?
It looks like an attack.
Okay, so Gasha
32k.
not committing every single front row that he has, probably fearing overextending into maybe that Makura play.
Well, yeah, Makura is a thing. Have to get a full retard, but I think it's interesting because Gasha's hand is actually not as depleted as you'd think it is, even after all these discards.
Yes.
So even if you do a field wipe, I feel like that's an OT.
Oh, is that an? Oh, okay.
There it is. That's
a 1 for 1, an eye for an eye.
And I think that's the turn.
that is the turn.
That is actually the worst timing for that OT to come out
first
as well.
attack. No, but also Sean is stuck on 0 CB for this turn. The Vanguard attack comes in, gets you a Sanctitude and also a Rollock. But yeah, I don't think any more will happen this turn. Wow, Sean, what can we do with 1 damage? Face down.
I don't know. That's a.
Do you run counter charges in this? Okay.
Not really, as far as I remember.
and Sean, they're still sitting on those 2 protects. Haven't really need to use them at all. Both players happy to take damages, but sometimes the damage.
What is the stride here? You know, everything requires a CB.
Yeah.
So.
This is gonna be. I think a vanilla turn is still fine. You still have regards that can make your opponent discard.
Harmonix Messiahs, maybe.
This is the first time we're gonna see Harmonix being stride.
This is the one turn where you want to do a pretty decent push, I think.
Yeah.
Because
1 turn without CB,
he does have a counter charge.
Turns?
It is Sakura Fubuki.
Oh.
But I'm wondering how he gets it out.
So still deciding what to stride. So Sean, this is the uncharted territories. I feel for both of these players. I think
if he has a Sakura Fubuki, he can go into like a Rinne, I guess, and it will force 2 cards, 2 of the tickets out. Or I think he could just stride that just for the GB3 effect. Or they're calling out the 0 now from Obero's effect as well. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how Sean navigates this turn. And what he goes into. Here's a stride. What is the stride he goes into?
And also like because
actual Harmonix.
Harmonix Messiah. Okay. So this is the promo version, so no text. But
that you can see, but it has a lot of secret text that you can gaze at.
Okay, so finally we will see Harmonix Messiah stride, because as a Nuba Tama, you don't want to stride into something. You run so little copies of them, and you don't want to, like, you stride for a vanilla turn and later you ended up needing them and not having them available.
Yeah, and all your strides are really good.
Yes, they're so good, but because there's so many good options that you play like 1 copy, 2 copy of each. Some that
Well, you
needs
run
to play-
enough to only stride them once.
Yes.
Yeah.
And here, last turn we get. Previously we see the double marker coming in from 0 CB, but now Saya having to carry the game.
So technically speaking, right? With Sean could technically get himself a damage when it was placed.
Oh.
But
okay.
to be fair, you look at his board right now. they
Like,
don't-
why do you want the damage?
Yeah, you
now?
don't
you get the
need
damage
to.
next turn.
Yeah, you don't need to do it
And the Mizukaze is still coming in.
already.
Okay, he's so far ahead. He's still under 1 damage, and he thinks he'll be able to move quick. We see more of
Okay,
those great
so-
ones now.
So one of the things with Mizukaze is that because a 0 was called by Oboro's effects, Gasha cannot guard with 0s. So this is the kind of pressure that
Man.
you kind of want to put on when your opponent's at 4.
Mhm.
And also having another Unin in hand means that
More cards will be
there's
discarded.
2 Unins, so it can actually just bounce the whole board again back to hand. Especially you're on 1. You're on 1. You know, you just you're pretty much just chilling here.
yes. Great pokes, but your regard's so high quality.
Yeah, you will be able to get that Mizukaze back and then use it maybe next turn as well, which is very scary. 2 turns of Mizukaze, your opponent is pretty much donezo, right?
Yes, so for Gasha here, he does have a few options. He does have Sanctitude in hand and also maybe G guards. But this game is starting to look very tough for Gasha to come back, because dealing unlike Nubatama, you have to deal all those damage one by one, just hard push with Eradicator with those high-powered rear guards.
In all the Excel circles as well, you draw a bunch of cards. You actually can deck out as well.
Sean triggered 3 blanks here.
Is that a BCS Sanctitude?
That looks like a BCS Sanctitude, the best looking one.
And yeah, just a heads up, Sean does not run Mukuro as well, so that juicy board that you might want to remove will not be gone.
Actually will be staying there.
Yeah, because you have so many good cards that you want to put in your G zone that you don't actually have space for Mukuro.
Wow. I wonder if Gasha is aware of that.
Well, yeah, like, it's over deck list. So.
okay. We see the G guards come into play. Does Sean want to buy anything from hand? Nah. He's happy to just have it swing and take 1 heal guard out of Gasha's hand. And that it?
That leaves an Unin on the board, so enforcing a discard from the Shinoi effect, but sets up the Mizukaze next turn. And how many cards are in Gasha's hand? I wonder.
Okay. Is this the final turn?
I feel like it might be the final turn for Gasha here. It's
And
very
Sean
rough.
Still sitting behind 2 protects and a lot of hand.
Yes, and I don't know. There's I feel like this is kind of checkmate, because even if you don't deal any damage this turn, why would you not want to though? Because you'll never progress your game state. Sean will be able to still get 1 damage.
Yep, and it doesn't feel like you can survive the next turn. Alright, here we go. 4 Axel Eradicators, not something that we see too often. They love to close the game quite early on. And the strides, will we see strides?
Hand size wise, Gasha is pretty low, but in terms of front rows, Gasha only needs 2 more cards to fill it all up.
They are a bit vanilla, but with power, vanilla is also pretty good.
Yeah, and bear in mind, Gasha also has 2 cards that are not. Oh no, this is the sweep command ride, so we still haven't strode yet.
Yes.
Discarding what to
So
discard
not a lot of cards in
stride.
hand. Still holding that the quick shields.
Yeah.
But they haven't really come into effect. But just being forced to keep them in your hand is so rough.
Yep. Also, right, if Gasha commits a big field here, Sean does have the combo. Even if you're keeping things like the tickets to stop the Ride, you just go into Mizukaze, go into Mugen Lord, get a damage, boom.
Yeah.
There's so many attacks from your side of the board that you just can't guard all of it.
So unless Gasha here gets some crazy double heal or something like that, it will be pretty hard to guard the next turn. So it feels like a commit turn.
I feel like this is the commit turn to try and win, you know, and it's just such a weird position that Gash is in. Like anything you kind of do is in a way slightly detrimental. Like here, let's say you're Exterminate, which he does. Right, you Soul Blast 1, draw 2. You're actually drawing cards out of your deck on a turn where like you're likely not gonna win this turn, but it does put you in a position where you're about to deck out as well.
Try to get into better read cards, but also Erads, you also have cards that can filter out. Maybe they can get you some extra triggers that to put the extra oomph to the punches.
You're only ever gonna get like plus 20k to your front board as well.
Yes, or maybe you just want to get those restanding units. A Cho-Oh will be really nice because you have all those 4 open counter blast.
Yeah, have you ever expected this game to go in this direction?
This was a very wild game, and we see the
Esmeralda
final copy, yes, of the Esmeralda. Definitely a card that you want to see for your big push turn. Still want to see those Cho-Ohs. I think one was discarded early in the game. There's 2 more somewhere. We'll see if we can get any more attacks coming here. So at the moment, it's gonna be 7, 8 attacks.
Yeah.
8 attacks to deal 5 damage. It's possible.
It is definitely possible. So that's not a
Cho-Oh.
It's a Spark Rays. And now just the plus 20k to the front row.
Okay, I guess that's all of the cards that we're gonna use to attack this turn.
Yeah, so 8 attacks. Sean can take 4 of them, and then we'll need to guard 4 of them. But you know, if there's damage triggers that come out, then
so I wonder if Sean's gonna take the Vanguard swing or is he gonna PG? Because that double crit here can also really hurt, right? Going to 4 strike and having to guard a bunch more.
But you know, to be fair, right? Just a couple of damage checks, and if you get like 1 or 2 triggers or so, the turn becomes so easy to guard.
It just shuts down all the plus 10Ks.
So it's in a weird spot. Yeah.
All right, having to maximize the amount of attacks, we'll have to swing with Asperdia. Sean takes it. Blank. All right, not bad.
Good sign for Gasha. What Gasha needs is all the cards in that damage zone to be not a trigger.
Or just the first 4. The first. No, this
no,
is
you want the 5th
4.
one as well. If that 5th is a trigger and turns out to be a green one, that's not cool, you know.
All right, carefully treading the attack order.
What do you go for here? A few more
I
recon?
think just go for Vanguard, man. You haven't seen too many crits. Let's go for those crits. Although, gosh, I do run stand triggers, right? At a very low.
Well, one of them was seen. I think 2 of them are seen actually.
Oh, okay, so no more stands in the deck.
Yeah.
Stand trigger here is pretty nice, but
these are a world where you attack with 1 more card as well, just to kind of push Sean to like 3 damage and maybe see if he wants to risk the.
It's easier to get a double crit than triple crit.
Yeah. Okay. So playing it safe, the Sanctitude is used. First check, second check is a blank. Third check is a crit.
1 crit. Okay, so one of these will get crits. Though Sean still sitting comfortably behind 2 protect markers. I don't think these crits gonna land anywhere near.
Yeah, there's 6 attacks left. 1 of them has a crit on them, so you will guard that, and then you can take
as many as you want. This is buffet for Sean.
It's a buffet. So you take this one, no crit, very nice.
No worries. So Sean's triple drive like 3 blacks.
Okay, he probably guards this one. This one actually has
this one's got an on hit, so you probably want to guard this one, just to minimize that chance of Gasha surviving from a 6 damage heal or something like that.
Yeah, you do need to guard at least some of them. One thing also is because no heals were checked from Gasha's side, he's still on 5, but also means like there's less chance of a G guards coming out next turn, which are pretty big because as we know, G guards for Narukami are pretty decent.
Yeah, one of the strong points of the deck. So we see here Sean
just gonna use a G guard that doesn't have a. No, that's
anything. No.
Yeah, it's just I think it's just straight up use. Also, if you don't have to worry about G guards from opponents on your field, your Mizukazes is just extremely effective because G guards are kind of get out of jail free cards from Mizukage because they don't call. But yeah, only 3 guards next turn.
So what do you think Sean will do next turn here? Is it gonna be like a Rene?
I think it's just Mugen Lord.
Mugen Lord. Oh yeah.
Mugen Lord Mizukaze is the biggest play that he can do.
Okay. Wow, I didn't think I would see a Shiranui game with 0 renays.
I mean, like, yeah, Gasha has the outs to rename. Like, technically, you can still go into it because you can just. Oh, he just takes.
Oh, it's just like no
Oh, that's a
defensives.
Mizukaze. You can technically go into the Renee. You still have a Dominate immediately that has a crit, but that's more easily guarded.
That's the World's Protect.
Yeah, the World's Protect, the World's Sanctitude. These are World's level players playing each other. But I do think Mugen Lord is probably the best play. It's like certain win. Yeah.
Right, and we have 2 more pokes. Still on 4 damage. Just making sure there's only 4 damage in there, not 5. Don't want any accidents to happen in these high-stake games.
Yeah, you have to guard 1. The Esmeralda is probably the bigger one out of the lot. It's like 38.
And everything else is kind of like vanilla pokes.
Yeah. Yeah, but pretty 100% sure Sean is living. And he has the Mizukaze in hand as well. That was a full blank damage zone, right?
Wow, okay. All blanks. Blank central.
Yeah, so one side, one requirement was met, but unfortunately when you have so many good defensive power in Sean's hand, it is not
I
going
think Sean
through.
was sitting at like something like over 10 hand and protects just then. That was, some crazy turn. And all right.
So now we'll have the Obero effect to call probably a 0 out. And then after that, Stride. We definitely know he has the Stride because he bounced the Mizukaze back to hand.
Yes.
And then
Sean in the front seat here with all the resources that he would like, all the souls, the counter blast, the opponent's field. This is like, this is a buffet.
And yeah, it's just the choice of Stride, which Stride he wants to use. Will he go the Rene Stride, or will you go the Mugen Lord Stride, or even Tsukumura-kan? But the Tsukumura-kan one is a bit of a stretch, I think. It does get rid of the tickets though, if you want to do that. And calling the 0.
The most optimal way here.
Technically, you can call it over one of his cards.
Yes.
So you can call it over one of the 3s and make that column just a not good attack.
Like one at a time.
I think he's just confirming that he can. I think you put over like the well, it doesn't really matter actually. I think the Vanquisher's right now 16, will become like a 20k from a Dominate. That might be your best target, or you know, Esmeralda hits bigger, so that hits 22. So if you want to not keep that around, then
also
is the best target.
That one Ungai is still in the hand, I believe.
Oh, is it?
So that's a kind of like, in case of emergency, if you really need like a 3rd safety net.
In case of a heal trigger during the Mugen Lord play, he can still reset it down to 11 and still get the attacks through with like 0 capability of guarding from Gasha's side. So I do actually think it's pretty checkmate right there. You know, it's just confirmed, unless something insane happens.
5 damage against Mizukaze. Yeah.
I think it's Mugen Lord as well because he G-guarded last turn. So you have, I think, 6 cards that you can dominate. Because each, I think Mugen Lord does check. You dominate a card for each face-ups. Yeah. So perfect scenario. I think it's just
Sean just making
confirming
the last check before he commits to the Stride.
Confirm. And is that Tsukumura-kan?
Yeah, Tsukumura-kan.
Oh, okay. And that still works. It does flips up a Rene. Oh, okay. And this will maybe Gasha's hand is just actually bigger than we thought it would be. But this is actually a pretty deadly attack too, because you use Tsukumura-kan's ability to bind the hand down to just 4 cards. And then after that, you will use a Dominate skill to do an attack. And then you will do the Mizukaze call. And then there will be a bunch of cards that Gasha cannot use to guard. So you cannot guard with 0s, cannot guard with the card that he used to guard the first dominated attack as well. So with a couple of more attacks lined up, it's pretty much game from there. But yeah, going into the second one, I guess like looking at the board as well, the front row except for the spark rays is all just 3s, so none of them can really intercept.
And this is still in the stride phase. A lot of cards disappearing from Gasha's hand.
Yep. It's going down to 4. It's be 4 cards. So I think
those 4 cards will soon disappear into the shadows.
And I guess like it's weird because you'll have to get rid of your quick shield now, because you can only ever
Great one. Like how do you guard from here, right? This is
yeah.
This is a no guard situation.
Oh, was there also a Sanctitude in the hand as well?
I think that was used the previous turn.
Okay, I think yeah, it was used, sir.
Right. What do we have here?
Forktail.
Yep.
And it's gonna be very compressed.
Yeah, and all those like non-triggers are actually just out in the damage as well. So this is gonna be a super lethal attack from Sean.
Oh, did Sean do a Obero dominate swing though?
Oh, maybe he missed that one.
I think did he actually miss it? Or?
Okay.
Oh no, but he's on. I think Gash is on 3 cards in hand, right? So
it's fine.
It looks like 3, so he would have guarded one of the attacks already. Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's the great one.
And now the music Kaze comes down. Yeah, so it's probably no 0s and 1s, right? And that's pretty GG. No 0s and 1s.
I mean, one heal might just do it.
One heal.
Esperdia here.
Well,
the one copy just for that extra attack.
And the Ungai coming down as well. To set it back down to, well, make 2 cards at least 11k. So we'll make one side a bit bigger. Esperdia swing in
with a boost and will restand. And Gasha here. I think he's just 3 cards for attacks. A heal is needed.
Yeah, Gasha will definitely need to heal, but I think he just can't guard anything. So can guard with he can intercept with a grade 2 right now. Can guard with 2 and 3s from hand or G guard. But 2, like a grade 2 is not enough.
Nope.
Right? This is 18 to like a 12, so that 5k shield from 2s won't work. Has to be a heal guard for a 3 or a G guard. So if you take a heal here, if you take 6 damage, you get a heal.
3 attacks, that's like possible.
So G guard comes out. But not enough for Bulwark.
Because he's got so much cards on the field, not enough in the bind.
Yeah, the MP doesn't really work here either. Used his only copy of the Counteract Dragon, which is the highest G guard.
Is it just gonna be like a vanilla G guard?
I think just a vanilla one is the way to go at the moment if he has another heal in hand too. But that brings Gasha down to 2 cards in hand, and with likely 3 more attacks, the maths kind of doesn't really add up.
Yeah, and these ones aren't exactly like 1 card guards either.
Yeah, like if you get a heal, if you heal on 6 here, then I think on the other side, that one is only hitting for around like 23.
Okay, is he opting to not G guard?
But if you don't G guard, you can't guard with the 3s. I do think the 6 damage heal is probably the best. 6 damage heal. Or maybe he's like relying on the 6 damage heal on the Vanguard swing. Or he takes it.
And it's
and that's it.
That is game. Sean making it into finals with Shiranui.
Wow.
Batama.
Sean made it look easy in a way, right? You know?
Yes. So the games was definitely not comfortable for both players with those heals and overtriggers coming in very early in the game. And the variations were just off charts.
Yeah, and he played it like both players, to be fair, played it really clean. You know, like
the Messiah stride,
empty boards. Gosh, trying to do the best he can as well, but you can just kind of see from the Shiranui playstyle is just kind of cracking in on all those resources and eventually
starting to discard from the very early game every turn one by one while clearing your board. Very clean.
One by one by one.
Sneaky like a ninja.
So that is that semi-finals game. Interesting to see who Shiranui will be playing in the finals, who Sean will be playing. Will it be Mega Colony? Will it be Riviere? One of those matchups I think is pretty good for Shiranui. One of them might be really bad.
Yes. and this is not the last game as well for the other side because there will be a third place playoff.
No third place playoff. There will be, but we won't be showing that.
We won't be showing that, yes.
But there is still prizes to be getting it.
Yep, 1% will be getting that jet.
That's right. So with that said, we'll head to the break. We'll be right back for the finals.
So make sure you're here.
Will it be Riviere versus will it be Riviere McCollum?
I don't know, which one is it?
Caesar?
Stay tuned.
Trick or treat! Welcome to the Bushiroad English Conference Autumn 2023. With Halloween right around the corner, our pumpkin spice lattes seem to have been replaced by carved pumpkins. Ready your hearts and your wallets, you're in for a fright. Now that we're halfway through the Bushiroad Championship Series 2023 season, if you've been living under a pumpkin, the World Finals will take place on February 3rd, 2024 at Akihabara UDX. That's right, we're heading back to Tokyo, Japan. I can't wait to see all of you again and crown some new world champions. If you need even more motivation to take part, here's your first look at the promo cards you receive for participating. And the champions for each game and format will be receiving these. Wow, those are some impressive promo cards. If you're yet to win an invite, fret not. BCS is still ongoing, so you still have a chance to earn an invite at the following locations. Here are the dates for North and Latin America, Europe, Asia and Oceania. The top 3 winners for each game and format will be invited to participate at the World Finals. What's more, if you emerge champion of your region, your flight and accommodations will be on us. For our fellow card fighters and Saniwa, your powerful Touken Danshi will be making a return in Touken Rumble Online 2023. Look forward to brand new mechanics that will grant them new strength and power in their Kiwame forms. Do bugs bug you? I sure hope not, because we'll be descending into the insect kingdom with Mushi King. Watch out for these super powered insects crawling your way into Booster Pack 13, Flight of Chakrabarti. What do you dream of when you dream of duets? I dream of Yume no Kesho. These collaboration promo cards with the Bang Dream AI singing synthesizer feature Poppy and Rose and will be available at the upcoming Bushiroad Expo Asia, Singapore 2023. For our international viewers, these promo cards will also be available at your local game stores. Stay tuned to our social media channels to find out how you can redeem these promo cards. And here's the recap for Cardfight Vanguard. A world with magic and science, parallel universe bathed in crimson, a magical high school, a virtual reality MMORPG world. It's time to take a trip down memory lane with Dengeki Bunko. Nostalgic titles like A Certain Magical Index, Shakugan no Shana, The Irregular at Magic High School, Sword Art Online, and many more are making a comeback with new illustrations. With 51 titles included in the set, there's definitely something for everyone. For our Bang Dream fans, Trial Deck Plus Bang Dream My Goal will also be performing on a Weiss Schwarz stage near you. The set features new illustrations that fans will want to add to their existing collections. Let's count down to the party! Premium Booster Bang Dream Girls Band Party Countdown Collection will also be performing on a stage to celebrate their 6th anniversary with glittering illustrations of your favorite Bang Dream girls. Don't miss out on this chance to update your collection with these new cards. From one idol to the next. Do you hear those cheers for an encore? We're happy to announce that Bochi and her friends will be bringing their performance to the stage of Weiss Schwarz as well. We'd love to have them now, but it's gonna take a while to convince Bochi to come out of her room, so we'll let you know once we manage to do so. One can never have enough idols performing, but heroines need a stage too. The heroines from Sai Kano will be making their comeback on the stage of Weiss Schwarz. The series may have reached its finale a few years back with the movie installment, but no matter who you root for, this is your chance to create a different ending for your favorite girl. Did you catch my clue at the start of this segment? We're returning to the world of Remnant in Premium Booster Ruby. Join Team Ruby and their newfound allies as they protect their world from the grim. Intern Kun has shown me some tweets and I'm really impressed with your collections, and I look forward to seeing your updated collections once this set launches next year. That's quite a lot.
Team Wildress create a new future? Booster Pack, Flight of Chakrabarthi! Bushiroad!
Trick or treat! Welcome to the Bushiroad English Conference Autumn 2023. With Halloween right around the corner, our pumpkin spice lattes seem to have been replaced by carved pumpkins. Ready your hearts and your wallets, you're in for a fright. Now that we're halfway through the Bushiroad Championship Series 2023 season, if you've been living under a pumpkin, the World Finals will take place on February 3rd, 2024 at Akihabara UDX. That's right, we're heading back to Tokyo, Japan. I can't wait to see all of you again and crown some new world champions. If you need even more motivation to take part, here's your first look at the promo cards you receive for participating. And the champions for each game and format will be receiving these. Oh, those are some impressive promo cards. If you were to win an invite, fret not. BCS is still ongoing, so you still have a chance to earn an invite at the following locations. Here are the dates for North and Latin America, Europe, Asia and Oceania. The top 3 winners for each game and format will be invited to participate.
It's the finals. Yeah? We're finally here. Finally here. It's been a long road, especially if you're on the 24-hour viewing train all the way from AO in the beginning.
To EU, to NA, and back to us.
That's right. That's right. The train is about to go for a short break after the finals, but there is still the finals. And here we have the shooting is confirmed. Short last round.
The other side of the bracket. If
We
you've
have-
seen the chat,
Yeah.
we've got
Ghidorah.
back to it. Bringing
Back
it
to
to finals.
Ghidorah. So Log Anime goes from seed 1 to seed finals at the moment.
Yes, seed one, so still seed 1.
That's right. Sean, all the way from... They all come from the top or the bottom. They meet at the finals, right? So we got Log Anime from America playing the Mega Colony, and then Sean from the Philippines playing the...
Shiranui.
That's right, Nubatama.
Cool
Let's
ninja deck.
look at the quick decks. Take a look at what's... Get a bit of a reminder on what we're seeing, right? We have seen both of them on stream as well. So it's... We kind of know. We see this one just then. Long game. Would you say maybe 2 over triggers work from it?
Yeah, I think that one was definitely an interesting game.
Yes.
Not how the games would usually flow, but
Very
here-
clean game.
Yes.
Unens bouncing everything. Magatsu Gales bouncing everything.
Yep. Doing the discards early and also just getting all the right great ones, and also some counter charges for unfortunate events.
Yes.
The break
yes.
glass is there.
Look at the stride. We did mention before the stride zone. No Mukuros.
Yeah, no Bukuros. That's actually an interesting one, but guess what? Maybe Sean's decided you don't actually need it. The other strides do the same, and maybe that's enough to close the games.
Yeah.
And we see them.
That's right. We got the Renes, but
Yep.
Mega Colony to protect.
Yes, and
So
the
it's-
MVP,
Yeah.
Saya stride.
Sai stride as well did a lot of work. I'm just wondering how well is Log gonna be able to play around the Rene plays, because he does have options regarding that. But then how is Sean gonna play around that too? Let's take a look at Log Anime. We have just the good old Mega Colony with some of the battlers as well.
2 Grodora and 3 Dark Face. And
Maxed
also
out
Battle-
Brilliant
yes.
Vista.
Yes.
Battlers of 3, but yeah, maxed out Brilliant Vista. So that might be able to shut down some of the important regard plays as well, regard attacks. So yeah, pretty cool to see. Let's just take a quick look at the G zone as well. and it's just the 2 Jag Devils, and then, you know,
4
we've got
Ghidorahs.
the GB8 that we might be able to go into,
Mm.
and Malignantis, and the 4 Ghidorahs, of course. Always the Ghidorahs. So, I think I'm ready. Are you ready, Calvin?
Dude, this is gonna be amazing.
Were you born to be ready?
I'm always ready.
Always ready.
These two
Chat.
players, they have to play around each other so hard in the early game.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be full action from grade 1.
They might play around each other so much that they might play into each other. Just the
Okay.
full circle.
And the players are ready.
Oh, log enemy on the right, Sean on the left. Who's going first?
It looks like
Ooh. Ghidorah going first. He was able to get this.
a bit scary.
That means he'll be able to get the 2 protects when he does the ride up. But that does mean Sean does get the 2 tickets, which is also pretty good. Because actually, if you think about it, if you're second as Mega Colony, you'll get 2 tickets and then 2 protects. That's a lot of how do you say it?
Is that a world where like you want to like not ride grade 1? Nah.
It's like ultra Rene, right? Ultra Rene deny, you know.
So you don't get tickets. So here we'll see if Log does anything too crazy in turn 1. Nope. Okay, just a pass. And we see Sean riding the MVP of the previous game as well, Stead Dragon Unen. Usually you want to have it on the rear guard, but also on Vanguard.
It has a nice effect on the Vanguard as well. It's on the end of the world. It's pretty good. It'll let you get your right.
It's a quick grade 1 turn, just a swing. A respectful 15k guard, don't want any of the early game crit. I think both of these players like to go into those like turn 4-5 games. G assist?
Oh no.
Alright, Log, you can
that's
do
not
this.
good.
Alright, that -1 is not the worst. You can come back from it. You just need to ride.
Yes.
And here we see, alright, a 10k ride.
The Candelier, I think. Yeah.
So, but I think what hurts more here is Logan has to reveal what's in his hand, and
It's a lot of
Sean
trees.
is paying, it's gonna pay a really good attention on what's in there and play accordingly.
Is that 2 Ghidorahs? The 2
That
of the-
look like 2 Ghidorahs.
I think, will Ghidorah be good in this, man? You just basically shut down an entire attack, right? An entire line. And, you know, Sean likes to play full bounce.
Yes.
So maybe, what do you get rid of here? You have like no
Definitely one of the grade 3s. Yeah, absolutely no defense. So Sean might just like drop a full field of grade 2s next turn.
Was there a heal guard though? He's actually throwing away a PG.
Well, you're gonna get 2 protects next turn, so you don't really need that PG.
Right, PG and a Ghidorah is thrown away.
Yep. Right stick Candelaria, 10k unit, not bad.
And just
But no rear guards to follow up.
no blister, I don't think. So it's just gonna be a 10k swing.
Alright.
And
10k swing it is. Sean, do you want some damage?
he does want
Takes
some
it.
damage.
Log enemy gets a blister.
Oh, that's some Obero going to damage. But now we can ride. Going to do the Unen search.
Nice. This card is amazing. It's just like, you know, when you play into these heavy grade 3 games. Ooh, is that a dual search?
Oh, searching for Orbital because you can.
Wow.
It's a grade 3 with a different name.
It's a grade 3 card. It's not just
Ooh.
units. That is such a smart play.
Very, very slick. Very slick. And then you can technically use the Megatsu Gale for an extra draw if you need to. But there's not really many counter
No, but you
charges
don't
in the
really
deck.
want to.
Oh,
No,
actually
you're
gonna do
using
it.
this.
Just go for the draw.
All right, he's going for it. The early game advantage. Hitting 15k. That's probably what he's after here, because hitting the difference between hitting a 9 to a 10 versus 15.
Oh,
to a
because
10.
bear in mind, if he commits a board, they get stunned
stunned.
next turn too, unless
Nothing
it
to
can
bounce.
Well, Sanctuary goes away
Sanctuary
too.
is a good card to have, but not in your damage.
That's right. That's right. And now back to Long Enemy's turn.
Okay.
Got the Dark Face. Gonna ride. She just be able to Superior Stride up, throwing away the Hell Demise.
Get back those 2 protects, and we'll see if we can do more here. So I
2
think
protects.
Sean's pretty happy to stay like 1 damage, not the worst. He can take a few and use that counter blast to punch back next turn.
Yes. But to be honest, you don't really use that much. The Blister is committed, right?
Yep.
The one that he drew last turn.
And that's it, just a vanilla attack, because Jagged Devil, the on hit is like, it's like a stun, right? Choose rear guards and stun them, but you have no rear guards.
Oh, the
heals
heal.
down to 0. And
No, is that another heal?
2 heals?
The 2 heals?
Wow. Okay, and Blizzard goes back to hand. Clean.
Uden goes to damage though.
Both players keeping all the resources in their hands.
I feel Unen's a pretty important cleanup crew card, but now that 2 are out of the game, might make it hard. Also, does Sean have any kind of more discard pressure? I think discard pressure will be pretty strong as Mechlin. Card doesn't really, the deck doesn't really, how do you say it, like plus that much. Forbital already.
Forbital, okay.
Going into
Getting
Espraldia.
one copy of Espraldia early out as possible.
Getting the Obero. So looking for, so it means that Sean has like a way to bounce the Obero back to hand, so that he has a reride next turn and isn't stuck.
Yes.
From a Gridora.
So many things that you need to do against Gridora.
Yeah, a lot of little things can
aggression
change a lot of things. Yeah. And then now can discard for a stride.
What are we discarding here?
Espraldia, I think. Yeah, there we go.
Just using it as a stride fodder. Because yeah, the extra attack, yes, it's really nice, but against Gridora you have priorities, and in premium you have all these options, but to get to the top you need to make the right decisions.
Yep. And we got the Magatsa Gale there, getting a draw as well.
Like, that
Just
will
using it
confirm
all.
that you have ride for next turn.
This 11k actually hits, so that's pretty cool.
Ah, yes, 11Ks.
So you go like 11k swing first, then Vanguard swing, and then Magatsu swing for the extra triggers, hopefully.
Yes.
And then you can also heal down if anything happens.
This is a pretty easy turn. I don't think there's any more that Sean can throw down here. He's considering, but again, everything that you commit here can bite in the back. Okay. Place 2 criticals that go to Soul for the extra draw, and also the extra Soul might come in handy.
Yeah, the extra Soul, I think Soul is more important than maybe Guard here, because Gridora does kind of lock you out of resources. It doesn't really pressure extremely much. So make sure you have the cards that you need to last the game. It's definitely more important.
And both of these players play Protect, and they both already got 2 Protects in hand, and still on very low damage.
Sean does have the ability to go into the Tsukumura card to get rid of some Protects too, if he really wants to. And that can set up like, the Tsukumura card can then set up into like a Rene turn, for example.
Log here takes 1 damage. It is a trigger, so that will bring it up to 21.
And then goes
so Sean is actually happy to just have 2 regards attacks first. Don't care about the power from the triggers. It's just gonna swing with a super powered 46k Vanguard.
Yeah, and we'll get a discard off. Will Log actually guard with this and keep itself will keep himself at little. No guards.
36
Second.
36. We
Another
don't have to plus 10k, and that's just blanks. A bunch of blanks, but
Obero was triggered, so it means Sean does have at least the next few turns figured out.
And while you're still in low damage, sometimes you do want to see just unit cards, so you know what you can do next turn. If you don't need to guard, trigger's kind of useless in your hand. And alright, look at it. Finally, getting through the early game phase. Now we'll see the Gridoras rolling it, and a Gridora Great Trigger Ride as well. This one might hurt.
Yeah, we'll be able to lock entire column out, and that kind of cripples Sean's more pressuring plays, I guess.
And also has the ability to just consume Sean's counter blasts, which might be pretty useful, because the strides in the Batama, as we've seen in the semifinals, they're pretty good, but a lot of them requires counter blast. Without counter blast, it can be rough.
Yeah, but at the moment, Sean just doesn't have any counter blast. That works out. As long as Sean uses every counter blast he is given, then he won't be wasting anything, in a way.
Playing it on the edge.
Yes.
So we see the Great Researcher here, see if to hit anything. That's a miss, and that's it. We see more attacks coming in right now. We've seen a lot of the 1 copies out from Box deck.
Just curious, like, how long will they're counting cards? It just needs to make sure. Remember, Mega Colony doesn't really gain that many cards at all compared to. Well, Shiranui also kind of doesn't, but it's able to bounce a bunch of cards back to hand.
So both of these decks builds buffers in their gameplay. However, it's kind of a different kind of buffer. Sean, playing the Shiranui build, just likes to keep everything in his hand and soul. You can't touch them.
Ooh. So
Okay.
I'm not sure if Log is committing the Candelaria, but if he makes tokens, any bounce on those tokens will result in just like a straight up discard, because the tokens don't go back to hand, but you still have to discard. So it takes 1 damage.
Oh,
Ooh, that's a weird OT
that's
though.
another drag beta in defensive, which means
This turn is nearly ended unless Log gets his own turn.
an offensive OT is needed to punch through this 100 million.
Yeah, but it does mean Sean's next turn might just be Messiah again.
Wow. There's no way we're gonna see 2 Messiah strides in 2 games in a row. Okay, Gridora swings here, calls grade 3 from the deck, and this is pretty smart, knowing that the any further grade 3 is not gonna do extra attacks, so gets a high cost Moth, which is a grade 3 in the deck, setting it up for next turn. Extra soul, extra cards to be returned to the deck. It's a good adaptation to the over trigger. The crit comes in. Gonna give it to Vanguard in case you get the heal. Okay. Are we gonna see the crit heal OT? Is that okay? That's an over trigger, so the triggers will not hit, and that is the end of the turn for Log.
Well, that's 1 Gridora taken care of.
1 Gridora. But Sean, kind of on an awkward spot at the moment, because he does run. Okay, so Vanguard doesn't stat. He does run a few counter charge cards, but not too many, and we're back to this predicament.
Like, his hand looks pretty big. I feel like he just...
His hand's massive because he hasn't needed to like guard much this game.
Yeah.
Resource is still in the comfortable spots.
Yeah. It's probably picking what to call. You can technically what he can do is he can start retiring regards. That Moth, for example, is a prime target. Log didn't actually use the Candelaria's effect.
Yes.
Which is smart. Because doesn't want to just randomly.
Tokens.
Yeah, doesn't want to just randomly lose cards for no reason. So it looks like a stride using a crit. Now we'll have to decide. Are we thinking it's harmonics? Is it harmonics?
Like, is it you again? Like, can't be you, right? But the only choice
he's
is like,
holding it.
There's no way that I'm doing this again. I just did this like a few minutes ago. Yeah, I think that is the only way.
He's calculating it. There it is.
Wow. So here we go, Sean. The finals. Riding Harmonics Messiah.
And what is he gonna attack into which?
Got a wall of text, but not too many of them will be useful in this turn.
Yeah. So he's using he's dominating the grade 2.
Okay.
Deciding what to attack into what.
Is that a swing? It's just rereading everything.
You make sure you don't want to do anything wrong.
Interaction over the internet.
Yeah, you can.
You gotta re-explain your card effects.
Silbro can attack into anything pretty much. But what do you dominate? So 2.
Tough.
I definitely think attacking the Moth is not bad. You can attack Vanguard as well if you just want to kind of push a bit of damage. But the Moth is. There's gonna be a guard, I think. Gonna hard guard something.
Yeah, this is still like an easy guard, right? It feels like intercepts, I believe.
Oh, okay. Something happened, and then maybe an intercept.
And what do we have now?
So I think around 6 or 8 cards.
Hand counting.
Hand.
Sean's
Sean can only call to one side, by the way. So,
oh, that's true. So he's playing with half a field.
Yeah.
Both of these players, they're kind of like in a deadlock, you know? One will be running short on hand, and the other's running short on field.
So calls a Rui. Don't think he used the effect because Log did have more cards in hand. They're going for the Seingeki again. Going for a discard.
saying it could just so effective, just using that one soul to make your opponent discard. Such an effective way to limit your opponent's resources for that.
But unfortunately, there's no way to bounce that column, so that column is gonna stay, and will likely stay, not locked, but just rested for the
Just
whole
one
game.
thing that I just realized here, Log actually plays 4 copies of Candelaria in this game, and see one just going to damage there.
Log actually taking both the damages, so he goes to 3. Means
Just 3, just 3.
Yeah, but it means that there is some plays that he can do next turn, maybe, or a bigger play other than just Gridora CB1. Maybe something more dangerous.
On the bright side, he knows that no more Overtrigger will come into effect here. So, is it the turn to push?
He is on the Gridora, so he's gonna eat the CB, but it doesn't eat anything, and he just counter charges. So he has 3 CB to really work with here. Goes into Gridora again. He can technically lock out another column again.
Yes.
So forcing Sean to just play with one side, then doing the Gridora, the Malignantis play.
Just a double Gridora lock. The Superior Call will not affect Sean much, but losing one column means your Mizukaze attacks be much less effective.
Yeah. And it's kind of denying the Candle is pretty strong, because Candle's one way to generate an extra card that you can just eat with the Maligantis. But not able to do that means that you're going to be minusing yourself, which is not something you want to do. At the same time, that hand size for Log doesn't look that great.
Yes. And yes, he's still sitting on 2 protects as well, but Sean, as we've seen in previous game, he keeps a good track on the cards in his opponent's hand. Just ready to snatch those.
Takes this one.
Okay.
A Mizukaze goes away.
He's got a lot of cards in his hand though. Oh my god.
That means if you take this one, you're probably guarding the Vanguard. You don't want to take a risk, right?
Yeah, this is probably like a protect here. And still the multi-attacks coming up. So Sean has the option here to do a lot of different guards. I don't think he's gonna take the Vanguard, right? The double crit potential is just too good, too big.
Definitely not, but he's kind of forced to guard at least 2 more attacks if he wants to guard this. Because, yeah, that's one side's hitting 12, or so protect is used, and that just so small. These attacks are so small. Throwing away, I think, probably a quick shield.
Yes. Gets a crit.
And another one.
Another one. Is that a heal? Wow.
Ooh.
Getting all the heals.
These grind games, man.
We're here for the long ride.
The 10 damage players.
So Log here probably wouldn't struggle too much with the counter blast because he did right Gridora. But now, which one are you gonna be taking here? Because a crit, going to 5 is still pretty dangerous. And we've also haven't seen the overtrigger coming from a Log's side. So you kind of want to keep that protects for the potential 100 million swings.
Yep. Now, what is I wonder what Sean's next turn is going to be though. 1 CB or 2 CB?
Yes, we're finally gonna see some Shiranui action.
Yep.
Though this is with a 1 column lock, and also Shoujo gets discarded.
But I think Log Anime has the out to it, right? He's still got the protects, yeah.
Alright, and that's just an easy guard. He's happy to play with 1 counter blast.
Yes, but
nothing stands here.
Renee is 1 CB.
And a ride will come through.
Is he going to use Aura's effect? So call another card out? I think he's considering it. 2 doors gone.
So Log got 2 pretty nice triggers, but the hand size is still quite small. And that hand size, that's just the amount of options that Log will have to play with. You just take all the damage here.
Maybe. He is at
So,
2.
Okay, we see another Oboro ride. It's very nice being able to confirm your grade 3 rides.
That's 3 Oberos. He's nearly out of Oberos, which might be bad.
And Nubutama has some pretty nice field recursion, but once it gets to the drop, it's kind of stuck there.
Low Anime's around like 6 to 8 cards in hand, I think. I think 1 Protect as well. So here's the Rine turn, it looks like.
With 3 open G. Alright, gonna see some Rine.
So it looks like a Dominate on the Hell Demise.
Sitting on this 11k Vanguard.
This one should have plus 10k, or plus 4, plus 10 with a critical. So it's like 26 with a critical. So that's actually hitting numbers, because the Ghidorah is only 11k.
Yes.
Ooh.
Also, yes, heal down is nice, but just that crit pressure, you know? It's enough to just catch back up.
Yeah, there's going to be 2 more attacks after this, unless Log Anime drops a Protect. Then it'll only be 1.
This is starting to, yeah, I think 2 damage you feel, in some games 2 damage you're like, yeah, this is safe, but you're playing against Shiranui here.
Yeah, you
Alright.
lose cards, you know.
Guards
That's a guard.
there.
What, 2 card guard for that? That's painful.
And here, do we see, what do we see here?
And the scary thing also is it can do these plays and then do surprise Mizukage. So it calls the 2 Protects. So you add 2 Protects. So now Low Anime has like probably 4 cards in hand or something, right? On 2 damage still, so damage wise very low. Or maybe more than 4. That hand actually looks a bit big.
But also he will need those cards too if he wants to make any sort of big push next turn. Sean is still sitting comfortably on a pretty big hand, and those 2 Protects, they're gonna sit nicely.
Is Sean going to replace those 2 cards though? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Because you're not threatening any sort of lethal attack. Yeah, with just a Vanguard swing. You want to be able to give those powers from the triggers to a standing unit. And Log still on 2 damage. There's a lot of ways to deal with this. But also, Log might just play into the situation where Sean will no longer be able to ride a grade 3.
Yes.
That is one way that Ghidorah can lock the game up. Does play it over.
Who doesn't play...
Okay, just the barest minimum to be able to capitalize on those triggers.
Yeah, gonna probably use that to put triggers on it and then bounce the Rui in the back.
Very efficient way to make use of 1 column that you have. And here, the OT is out, but...
the heal guard comes down.
Okay. This is an awkward one. Okay, this is pretty much a free guard. So you want to tap anything? Nah, you're good. So that's a really big shield and no OT. So power all goes to the side. A draw, PG, and a heal. Wow, these players just healing down to 2. Okay, Mizukage goes back. And double heal? Is that a draw, heal, heal? That's 6. This is 10 damage gaming, man.
These are 10 damage plays.
Wow. 2 heals. The gap.
Actually, hits a draw trigger on Low Anime side.
Okay. He probably doesn't miss having the draw in his hand because guess what? You still have protect. Well, no, the protects are gone. Ooh, Log here might be
the next Rene turn is gonna be quite strong.
Painful.
I think. Yeah, maybe painful.
But this is so rough for Log because how are you gonna deal 5 damage as Ghidorah?
I mean, why do you need to deal damage? You can just heal down.
But see, we also see 1 Oboro being healed by Sean, which means that 4 Oboro is gone.
Okay, so what's funny is, you know, the Oboro is going to be... Yeah, Oboro is pretty much gone. Ghidorahs are looking to be gone soon. Sure did trigger a bunch of heal guardians, though, so you can go into that.
Can ride...
Can actually ride up into Esmeralda.
Oh, that would be pretty spicy.
Some weird plays.
Yeah, I'm now 13k.
All right, goes into the Ghidorah as well now. I just feel like with so much CB, you could go into Obstrandus for a turn and just kind of make the next turn absolutely abysmal for Sean. You know, nothing to do for the whole turn, just buy a turn. But you know, Gridora's still good.
Can't be wrong. Can't go wrong with the Gridora.
Yeah, it's very hard to go wrong with a Gridora, to be fair.
It just works, you know? It just works. It's like... Okay, we're seeing cards being returned here. Is that going to be a Hell Demise?
I think it can only be a Hell Demise, unless there's no Hell Demises.
So here we're going to see Log try to do a few... catch up on the damage section.
Yep.
But I'm pretty sure Sean's just happy to just eat all the damages. He wants
Hell
those
Demise
damages.
goes in. Counter charge. What happens next? Just swing? 13k?
Swing. And Sean's just gonna take it.
Can actually do Maligantus here as well, just to push a bit more damage.
Yeah.
But at 1, I guess it's pretty hard. Okay, she's gonna use it. Put to the Moth now because, you know, it's got a bunch of damage now, so it's fine. So yeah, gonna push damage this turn. And to be fair, as deck sizes get lower, these damages become more significant as well. It just means less deck.
Yes.
Right?
And also remember that Log also have other win cons.
It has the Battler S.
Oh, okay. And yes, Sean has been healing down, but a card out of the deck is a card out of the deck. We'll see if we ever get into that.
They are
We're counting the deck sizes. Here
it's
we
still
go.
quite a decent chunk.
He's been getting a lot of cards in his hand, but that's mostly just from he's actually shuffling cards in his hand. Oh man.
Alright.
He's gonna go into the battle phase.
Yeah, how much is Log wanting to commit here?
Because it's also pretty scary for Log. If you commit cards to do like stronger attacks, those are cards that you won't have next turn for dominates, the guards, just the options.
Yep.
Such a small hand is not going to be enough against Ubatama.
Gonna get swings with Heldem. Ooh.
He's considering. He's gonna try to
get a Vanguard first.
Wow.
Oh, we're not gonna use the effects.
I see.
First check, second check, third. This is with a Maligantus, right? So
1 damage.
Gets
a defensive. Insane.
And things are still hitting, I think, because he did use a Maligantus this turn, so now Obro is back to 11k before it's just 1k.
And I wonder there if like Log attacks with Vanguard first, and Sean's like, all right, I want to respect your crits and throw a PG there. Is there a chance that Log's just gonna keep Sean on 0 CV? But we didn't see that play.
I think Log needs to be a bit careful about the hand size as well, because
yes, like they're gonna get shredded pretty quickly in 1 big turn.
And this is hitting for 22, I think.
We're entering the 3rd Gridora, 1 more to go next turn, but after that, it's free for all.
Hey, what's funny is that if you go into Rene, right, you get 3 attacks without your Vanguard even attacking.
That's actually crazy. It's nuts. Also, as we mentioned earlier, there's no Mukuro in Sean's deck, so at least we can write that one out.
I think Mukuro this time wouldn't be very good.
No, yep.
Doesn't really give enough.
If anything, the draft checks might bring you too close to deck out.
True. Yes, true. Drive checking is something you have to be careful with.
Sean considering his strides might be G-guards for next turn. I don't think there's a GB8
or is it
Nubatama.
Or is he considering for to attack or guard? I think Sean is still guarding, right?
Okay. It's like he's so ahead. He doesn't want to drop this game, right? It's you're in such a good spot. You're gonna secure every single possible way of winning or losing. I see the hand counts. That's how you know guy's been places. I think he's just hand shuffling in a different way.
Yeah. There's so much hand in Sean's.
I think there's almost as many cards in his hand as the cards in the deck.
Right?
Like an even split between the drop, the deck, and the hand.
Maybe the person that's actually gonna deck out. Well, no, Log did run the battler, so there's no way you can win at that end state. I think. Sean probably needs to make a move soon. But I guess Log doesn't have any cards in his hand, right? Like his hand size is pretty low, so he
Guards it. So he's gonna commit to the guards.
can't. Ooh, throws away the
Honolulu
Honolulu
comes
as well.
in. Yep, Honolulu's not gonna be too effective. That's a 10k shield. Alright.
Obro stays locked.
No Vanguard rights. This is the tough part. So
Obro's
yes,
skill now. Be able to call a card out.
your opponent's running out of strides, but are you running out of great trees to ride?
When you're so far ahead, I think you can. It's worth it. You can make it worth it by not rewriting rides and other
Okay.
non-Shurnui. I mean, no, this is a Shurnui.
Journey, the non-Oboro.
Non-Oboro.
Gets a protect as well, but yeah, you're sitting on 3 protects.
Throws away a heal
Strides
guard, I
with
think.
heal guard.
Goes into the Rene. But I feel like if there's no Oboro, there's nothing you can do. But it would have been way more effective when you have like 3 attacks with the crit for the Rene. Oh, does the Rui again. This time, very good.
And also, Sean just working off that 1 CB every turn. Right, we see the guards, the discard.
It's got a card. And does the
Okay.
Rene skill now?
There we go.
It's
I wonder
gonna
how many
shred the hand.
cards Logan has.
I'm very curious as well.
Doing the counting.
If he didn't draw a card, then he had six or more cards basically. If
Mhm.
Sean used the Rui skill. Now considering what to put down for Rene.
The battler comes in.
Battler kind of wants to end up in the drop zone though. So I think that's fine. But
He's also just playing around the potential Mizukaze here.
yeah, so,
Grade 2s coming down.
yeah, if he takes one of these attacks, which he might want to, right, just to kind of shut down attacks,
Mhm.
and the hand isn't great, you don't want to just walk into the Mizukaze and just kind of the game ends there, right? It's like, oh no, I called 2 and then I guarded.
Yeah.
I have to guard like 2 attacks.
Like
kinda
sure, you can be on 3 damage, but if you can't guard, that's still a GG.
Yes. And we do know Mizukaze, one of them is like out already, so
Could be just a bluff. Maybe he doesn't have it, but you
Well, you
still
don't-
have to play around it.
like that's the issue, right? Like you just don't know if he has it or not. It's something. The camera.
I think we're waiting for Oh, I think he's thinking.
or the air conditioning got too hot.
Yeah, this game's too hot. I need to like put the temperature lower.
Oh, I
Oh,
think the camera. Oh
okay.
no, not a disconnect in the finals. Such an
Ooh.
interesting game right now. That's the thing.
Okay, we're just adjusting the call.
Oh, now it's Sean playing himself.
Wow.
It's actually a mirror match.
Ninja move.
Yeah, we'll let the team handle it, right? Sometimes these things happen. The internet, the internet is a thing. Series of tubes. Sometimes they get clogged, but that's why we have our judges here to sort it out.
Yes. We're trying
Or
to
Sangeki
get
coming down.
Log to reconnect.
So I think from the damage, Log went to 5 damage.
Hmm.
So ooh, but was there any triggers? Can you see any triggers coming? Your eyes are better than mine.
Not sure. It's pretty dark over there. And this is the guard step. Oh, hold on. It's that card in front of the Vanguard. Is that an OT?
Oh, was an OT came out? No way. Oh.
Is that a shield?
Yeah, no. So what probably happened is the Rene came down and he took one of the attacks, and then the OT came out and he's on. Is it on 4? Is it on 4 or 5?
It looked like 5. It looked like 5.
Ah. Oh, but you could reset with Ungai.
Oh, the Ungais. 100 million does not matter. And you can just put it down. Back to 11.
Oh, but
We'll see if
was
that comes
was it-
in.
yeah, okay. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy.
So shown here. Still options in his hand.
Is that a heal in the drop zone as well?
It looks like yeah, what he's been using to guard this turn.
Just trying to find out. 4 or 5 damage.
Looks like a G guard coming in. guard.
We got the Crudel, I think is what it's called. Ungai MVP, right? The one Ungai in the deck coming in clutch for the one OT in the deck.
This is why he's here, the hero that we deserve. And I don't think we're gonna see anything being rested.
Yes.
Counting the triggers.
Yeah, sometimes what happens is the camera on our side disconnects, so it's not always the player's side, by the way. So,
Yes.
yeah, we'll see. That's why the judges are there to handle it.
Here we see the Vanguard swing, counting triggers, deck's pretty thin.
Ooh. What do you? They're still in the attack step though.
Mhm.
Be pretty interesting to see how this ends up. The hand size is just for loggers.
Because this G guard, like it is pretty big. It is like a 45k shield.
You rest the Ungai. Yeah, no,
so
there we
that reduces
go.
down to 35.
Yeah.
So that's a 46. I'm not sure if yeah, it would be 46 because the power was reset to 11k. And trigger counts, the ratios. Are we gonna go for 2 to break, 3 to break?
Sometimes you gotta make those decisions, right? Like,
What are we gonna do now?
Alright,
Okay,
it's first
alright.
check.
Oh, the first.
Puts it
Okay,
on the
puts on
rear.
rear guard. Okay.
Heal.
Heal! Wow, it's trigger
Sean.
central. And
Sure,
a blank,
GG.
but 2 triggers. Is, that's an impressive number. So no Mizukaze in play. We're just gonna swing with big powers and see if Log has enough hand to guard all of them.
So gonna Sangeki and then something with a crit and heal that you have to guard.
Wow.
Even if you aren't able to guard, or even if you're able to guard, that will require a lot of cards out, right?
Mhm. It's like with a PG, that's like 3 cards being shredded from Log's hand.
Yep. And then Shiranui,
Still sitting comfortably on 2 damage and a massive hand.
that hand is huge. That hand is
actually incredible.
insane.
And with 3 protects and OT is out, it will be very difficult to deal 6 damage to Sean.
What strides does Sean have left? Mugen Lord?
He's already used the Messiah, so but sometimes you just need to stride and to get the power and the triple drive, you know.
Yeah. I
And see
mean,
the
there is a
cards.
lot of cards on the board now. Like the Rene puts things down, puts more things down, and then surprise, you're at 5 damage. It's Mugen Lord time,
Hmm.
and this should be the last Gridor stride for.
Log did survive. This is the final push. 4 to 5 attacks.
Have you ever thought that you'd be seeing like 12 Gridoras strides in your top 8,
This
top
is
4, and top 2?
Beyond GB. It's like all the Gzons flipped out.
Oh my god, so much Gridoring.
But here, I think we might not have an extra Hell Demise, because I believe the other one of them is somewhere in drop.
Yeah, maybe.
Is there an extra Hell Demise in deck? Otherwise, it's just gonna be a 4 attack. And you're fighting against.
To be fair, Gridor has done less attacks as well. You know,
Mhm.
this game. It's one of the situations where your front line's just so rough. Like you just don't have anything to commit to the front line.
Yes, and because it's also dangerous against Shiranui, because anything that you play can be used against you.
Yeah. I think right now, Log just needs to. What he needs to be careful of is just he needs heals. He gets heals.
It's on heals.
He gets heals.
I think a lot of the triggers are also gone from Log's side.
I do think Log can maybe outlast in terms of deck size.
And maybe that's a potential out.
Getting a trigger count, it seems.
Get into that late game state. Count on everything, all the possible resources that you might have for
The
the rest
out-
of the game.
Yeah, if Sean decides not to guard, yeah, the out for Log is like a triple crit, right?
Triple
So-
crit. Oh, I think a lot of heals are also out from Sean's side of the field. It's got protects though. Protect's gonna protect him from all those potential crits.
But maybe he just wants damage for the next turn. Next turn could
That
be the
that
Tsutomura
is
turn.
true, because if he gets damage denied here, What's the next turn? Oh. This is getting tense, very tense.
Sean, looking at his deck, if he takes like 3 damage here as well, he has to consider, does he deck?
Yes, because Loki's like, I'm happy to just buy out turns because I've got more deck than you. Whereas Sean kind of wants those counter blasts. But at the same time, doesn't have too many decks left. The turns are very limited.
Yeah, and I mean, even if he guards everything, technically has harmonics face up, right? So can continue getting damage to do things. But yeah, I think it really comes down to this turn. If Log heals, then the finisher opportunities for Sean is diminished simply because the chance of, like, for example, Mugen Lording your opponent on 4, lots of attacks, your opponent gets a trigger, then your Mugen Lord is a Sad Lord.
Okay,
right
he's got no guard. You're not gonna get those crits. All right, gets 1 crit.
So, but where is he gonna
1
put the
card left in
crits?
hand. So those 4 cards, I don't think it's gonna be enough to keep you in the game unless you get some crazy defensives. We're gonna put the crit on Vanguard. Just gonna
Power
give the
Re.
2 damage.
2 damage.
It's 2 damage, no defensive. I don't think it matters too much. And now, are we gonna see? Okay, Log's gonna attack with the Hell Demise first.
It's 22.
Potentially, just to, like, again, taking out cards from your opponent's deck. A damage is a card out of your opponent's deck. Just maybe you can mill them out.
Look at that G zone. I think there's more G cards face up on Log's side than there are left in the deck.
How
It's
many?
at least like GB10 right now. And then what? There's like been 2 G Guardians or 3 G Guardians. It's like GB13.
How many G zones do you have? Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right, PG comes in.
Pretty sure, like, yeah, Sean doesn't have any more Renees unless he decides not to use one of the Renee skills. But
Yep. Oh, okay. All right. All the protects. Don't need those crits. You don't want to get more draws.
you draw for 10.
Right,
Needs to
what are
ride
you
a
riding?
grade 3. Or a Mugen Lord's actually just fine. You know, there's still 4 attacks.
That is true. The Vanguard can just chill there, rested.
And this is the last. So this is actually the last Gridora turn. So
Next turn is freedom. The ninja is gonna break free.
yes. Oh, okay, the
He's
ride.
got another
Shiranui.
Shiranui. So that's crazy. That's like 3 Oboro ride and 2 both copies of Shiranui that was played. Gets all of them. So this is gonna be a pretty scary turn.
I think Mugen Lord is the play here. Mugen Lord is the play. I think he's out of Renee's. So you go into that.
Unless we're gonna see a repeat of last game, Rakan coming in. He does have 2 counterblast open. What are you gonna do?
So actually, yeah, no, the cocktail is on the board, so it can give power as well.
Ah.
He dominates that. So Gamora-Con, I don't think we'll do anything because his opponent Log has 4 cards in hand, right? So it's
Oh, that's right. He's on such low hands. All right, this is it.
you don't really have like the Oboro to combo with it. So and just from the drive checks, we saw there was like a crit in blank last time, right? So it's gonna be pretty hard to guard. There's 4 and then you can Mugen Lord a lot. There'll be at least 4 attacks, and then plus the Vanguard attack, it's like 5.
Yeah. And unless like defensives come in, that's pretty much lethal.
Yeah, I mean, what other strides do you have here? I just don't think you have anything else that you'd rather go into. It really has to be Mugen Lord.
We'll wait and see. We'll leave it to the expert on the playing table.
I think it is. I think it is.
All right. He's thinking. Oh, he's picking up a few cards. Multiple options.
There it is.
Yay.
There's the boy, Mugen Lord.
Mugen Lord
And
here
now,
to finish the game.
it's a throwback to 2000 and I don't know, 18 now. A while back, basically.
All the way from GBT11.
Doing the forktail as well? Wow, okay.
He really wants to finish.
Well, did you know Mugen Lord can give your own cards power as well?
Oh, okay.
So where you select a bunch of cards, the ones of your own opponent's side get dominated, and the ones on your side also get like 4k as well.
That's
they all get
crazy.
4k, but you stand your opponent's ones and they attack. So calls out another card.
Still playing with half a field here.
Calls Rui now as well.
Am I gonna see any more spicy cards coming out here?
Well,
Okay,
it's
Mugen Lord skill coming in.
and then stands. Ooh, 5 basically targets everything. And is that a
All right.
attacking with the grade 3 searcher first though?
Do you take the first one and hope for a defensive, or do you just use an easy guard?
I mean, if he's at 5, he has to take one, hope for a heal, right? That's the way.
Counting everything. Quite sure a lot of the heals are also out. So a 6 damage heal might not even be an option.
So it actually just could be the checkmate right there. The cards in the deck is actually not that big.
And yeah, this is 4 cards in hand. 4 cards.
Ooh. I think it's yes, take it. Guards a blister?
Okay. And next one. Thing is, if you've committed to the first guard, you have to guard all the small ones.
Yeah, these are all hitting kind of because Ghidorah's 11k. It's all kind of weird numbers. And then the last one should be 13. And then this, yeah. So the last attack, last dominate attack. Okay, so guards with the crit, and I think there's like one card we just don't know. What could it be? Swings with the Vanguard first.
Swing.
No guards? Will a crit come out to seal the deal? No crits.
And
I think.
is that
Oh,
okay?
is he on 4?
He was on 4?
Oh, okay. So actually on 4. So the OT was on the defensive the turn before. Fortunately, we just couldn't see it properly. So now.
Okay, so he's on 5, but Sean here is on 4 cards left in the deck. 4 cards. Oh no.
Log is
this-
also on 4 cards in the deck too.
Is this gonna battle S turn?
He doesn't have enough cards in hand though, right?
And Soul?
Yeah. Ooh.
Wow, that was I thought that was gonna be like the turn, but here I don't think Sean's gonna take any damage. Not with that hand.
Yeah, so hand-wise it's fine, but what happens the turn afterwards, basically, is the key thing.
5 cards left in Log's deck.
Oh, it's 5. Ooh. Oh, how does... this
How
is
do we do
going down
this?
to the grind.
I'm sure Sean there was hoping to just land that crit for the win, but not getting it. It's pretty rough.
Does he... like, if you're Log, right, you're at 4, your opponent's at 3. If you stride, you go down to 2 cards in deck, and technically now you're on the behind, right?
And just stay?
Yeah.
play
I mean,
here?
you could a twin drive instead.
But that twin drive's not gonna get you anywhere.
It'll give you hand. You need hand so you
And
don't
maybe that's
lose.
enough to survive. Potentially, but also, Nubatama, you can just stride and attack with your opponent's cards.
No, but he's out of... I think he's
Is that
out
the
of
only...
strides.
What?
He's out of main strides.
No way.
Because he used his Mugen Lord. The only thing left is Tsukamura Khan and also the Yasuka Lord. But the Yasuka Lord doesn't... It draws you cards. So you don't want to use that. So I think you're actually out of, like, killing strides. Because I'm pretty sure he's also out of
Okay,
grenades.
I think we see a GB8 coming into play.
Is that a GB8?
This is the Suppression Mitten Deity, Tyrantis.
Okay, we see GB8 now at GB. I don't know, a lot.
GB a lots. And all of the of your opponent's Vanguards and Rearguards lose the auto abilities. I wonder if that's gonna be affecting this turn. Maybe not. And 5k for each rested units. That's plus 20k to everything. Sean has discarded a bunch of protects last turn.
Ooh, if you discard all the protects, this is big power.
Though we still have draw PGs and also just one protect from the Shiranui that was ridden just last turn.
If he's going for the kill here, couldn't he have called something in the back? Because don't they get power?
I don't think the power will matter too much. I think it's just like how many protects.
Yeah, but if Sean has to take 1 damage and he draws, he's at 1
the plus
card, right? I mean, I guess in a way he can't even twin drive next turn as well. But, ooh.
Both
Is there any
players.
draw triggers left in the deck? Ooh. That's actually significant, right? Like, he runs draw.
It's gotta be a protect here, right?
You have to protect. Throws away the Shoujo Doji. First check. Oh.
Here we go.
It's a very significant checks.
This is potentially the last drive check of this game. Waiting for the drive checks.
Okay, so we're waiting for it to catch up. We have to watch what Sean does, his movements, right? This is so there was no draw. There was no draw trigger.
Okay, 3 triggers went through.
So, there's 2 cards left in the deck. We don't know what other triggers could have come out.
So I think Sean's just looking at what G guards he has available for just extra defensive shield. Right. These regards do get the plus 20k, but maybe that's just not enough to deal that 1 damage. Because the 1 damage, it's not that it's damage to 6 that matters. It's just a decking out at this point.
No, but remember he did a triple drive, so now Sean is technically ahead in deck count. So it's better if he guards everything. The only way for Log to win this in terms of saving himself from deck out is the moth. I think.
So we'll see if any of those crazy last few cards left in the deck play will be available to any of these players. But Sean still selecting for cards to guard.
I think he just G-guarded. What Sean needs to do, though, is he needs to put on pressure on his side, though. But that Ghidorah is really locking him out of any sort of pressure.
Yeah, just being able to only play with half of your field for the entire game is rough. Still making the most use. Oh, it's Sanctitude. Wow, he's kept it in his hand all the way to this point.
Okay, so what is Sean's game plan now? What is the play?
Interestingly, now the Vanguard is standing.
It finally stands.
Finally can say, stand my Vanguard.
So if he has an Obero and he can stride, if there's any Oberos, I think he's all out though, right?
He's all out. 3 of them was ridden and 1 was healed from damage.
The Obero will at least make 1 more attack, which can force more kind of guards out.
3 cards on the left versus 2. Log with 5 cards in his hand.
Can he discard more though?
This is crazy. Like, how
he's got a Forktail that's standing. If he can make 1 attack, but what is the consideration here? I wonder.
Is there any stride available?
No, I don't think there is any stride available anymore. And I think the Un guy probably needs to stay standing. If it stays standing, it probably locks him out of the battler, right? I think Sean's cards are double sleeve, so maybe their hand is not as big as we think it is. And funnily enough, with the Gridora like locking you out of a column, you can't attack both their rear guards.
Yes, that is true. Guess without a Vanguard attack available left, yeah, these single column rear guards, it's gonna be pretty rough when you want to play the rear guard battle.
Yeah, you can't play the rear guard battle. You have to play the face battle, right? I think you have to play the face battle for one turn and hope he doesn't have a moth.
Although, does Sean have an option
He's
to
gonna
just
play over?
Twin drive this turn?
No.
You have 3 cards left in the deck. If you want to go just for the kill, it is possible.
All the PGs out of the deck though. So Sean plays 3 draw triggers and the OT is out. So can he win through just the Vanguard? Oh, Mizukaze. I think he's going for it.
This is it. He's gonna go for the twin drive. I can't believe it.
And he's gonna play with the Mizukaze with
Plays the draw trigger to boost.
Sengeki discards a card.
Discard just to limit down that option.
He
even
should
more.
know every single card in the hand, right? Because there's 4 cards in hand and it was a triple drive.
Okay. Oh, that's a guard. Is that 2 grey 2s?
Oh.
Oh, that's one of the discard and then a
2
guard.
The grade 2 wouldn't be able to guard, right?
Yeah, it's 11k, 6.
Unless
7K.
Unless it was a. What was
grade 2 was a discard and then guard with a grade 1 or a trigger. Oh wait, you just pass here.
Oh.
Whoa,
Maybe
these players.
the mind games.
These players commits a Mizukaze just to feint. Is that a play?
If you fainted with a music, and then you.
This is crazy. And 5 cards in hand, that's kind of like enough. And Sean, you see him like, am I gonna regret this swing? Or am I just gonna pass? Am I gonna regret this pass? All right, he passes. He passes.
It's a pass.
All right. So, log 1 card left in deck, 3 cards in hand. What can he do? This is insane. This is what we want to see from the grand finals.
And I don't think there's any way to like rest the standing Vanguard, right?
Yeah, your strides are out. You only have 1 GB8. Can you rear guard swing? You're not gonna be able to deal damage. You can't really stride.
Well, there's 1 stride. There's Obstrandus, but doesn't really do anything.
Okay.
But and you can't Maligantis, right? So like there was maybe a play where you can Maligantis and retire his retire the back row, and then there's no standing units, and then you can battle it. But the Vanguard is standing, and you can't.
He's going for it.
Oh, he has to go for
The
it.
Hail
too.
Mary. Let's go. Oh my God, these players are
Intercept.
crazy.
Can he get any more?
All right, that's a guard.
As G-Guard draws and the
It's
just pass, right?
Wow! Sean takes it all the way.
What a game! What a game!
That's what I call a ninja move. Sean, you are a crazy champion.
These games went the distance. All right, that was an insane. You feel like those 2 games we saw in top 8 and top 4 couldn't get more insane. This one just went
down to the last card in the deck.
Actually went down to the wire.
We wanted an exciting game for finals, and these players, they delivered it.
That's right. Next level gaming. Okay, we have the brackets, I think, coming up soon. Just we know who won.
And also the result of the 3rd place, we'll find out. And
soon. Yeah, but also we have a winner interview coming up. I'm sure you all have questions you want to ask Sean.
Yes, for the Ninja Master himself.
Yeah, the Ninja Master himself. Just how that game was totally played. That was incredible. So I think we'll be right back just to get everything set up
get the guys prepped up, the backdrop and everything. We'll be right back.
See you soon.
The Bushiroad Championship Series 2023 season, if you've been living under a pumpkin, the World Finals will take place on February 3rd, 2024 at Akihabara UDX. That's right, we're heading back to Tokyo, Japan. I can't wait to see all of you again and crown some new world champions. If you need even more motivation to take part, here's your first look at the promo cards you receive for participating. And the champions for each game and format will be receiving these. Wow, those are some impressive promo cards. If you're ready to win an invite, fret not. BCS is still ongoing, so you still have a chance to earn an invite at the following locations. Here are the dates for North and Latin America, Europe, Asia and Oceania. The top 3 winners for each game and format will be invited to participate at the World Finals. What's more, if you emerge champion of your region, your flight and accommodations will be on us. For our fellow card fighters and Saniwa, your powerful Touken Danshi will be making a return in Touken Rumble Online 2023. Look forward to brand new mechanics that will grant them new strength and power in their Kiwame forms. Do bugs bug you? I sure hope not, because we'll be descending into the insect kingdom with Mushi King. Watch out for these super powered insects crawling your way into Booster Pack 13, Flight of Chakrabarti. What do you dream of when you dream of duets? I dream of Yume no Kesho. These collaboration promo cards with the Bang Dream AI singing synthesizer feature Poppy and Rose and will be available at the upcoming Bushiroad Expo Asia, Singapore 2023. For our international viewers, these promo cards will also be available at your local game stores. Stay tuned to our social media channels to find out how you can redeem these promo cards. And here's the recap for Cardfight Vanguard. A world with magic and science, parallel universe bathed in crimson, a magical high school, a virtual reality MMORPG world. It's time to take a trip down memory lane with Dengeki Bunko. Nostalgic titles like A Certain Magical Index, Shakugan no Shana, The Irregular at Magic High School, Sword Art Online, and many more are making a comeback with new illustrations. With 51 titles included in the set, there's definitely something for everyone. For our Bang Dream fans, Trial Deck Plus Bang Dream My Goal will also be performing on a Weiss Schwarz stage near you. The set features new illustrations that fans will want to add to their existing collections. Let's count down to the party! Premium Booster Bang Dream Girls Band Party Countdown Collection will also be performing on a stage to celebrate their 6th anniversary with glittering illustrations of your favorite Bang Dream girls. Don't miss out on this chance to update your collection with these new cards. From one idol to the next. Do you hear those cheers for an encore? We're happy to announce that Bochi and her friends will be bringing their performance to the stage of Weiss Schwarz as well. We'd love to have them now, but it's gonna take a while to convince Bochi to come out of her room, so we'll let you know once we manage to do so. One can never have enough idols performing, but heroines need a stage too. The heroines from Sai Kano will be making their comeback on the stage of Weiss Schwarz. The series may have reached its finale a few years back with the movie installment, but no matter who you root for, this is your chance to create a different ending for your favorite girl. Did you catch my clue at the start of this segment? We're returning to the world of Remnant in Premium Booster Ruby. Join Team Ruby and their newfound allies as they protect their world from the Grim. Intern-kun has shown me some tweets and I'm really impressed with your collections, and I look forward to seeing your updated collections once this set launches next year. That's quite a lot to take in. In case you missed it, here's a summary of what we've announced so far. Are you dreaming of becoming the world champion? Don't let your dreams be dreams. Take part in the upcoming World Invitational 2023 last chance qualifiers for, well, one last chance to qualify for the World Finals. The last chance qualifiers will be open to all participants except those who have already earned a sponsored invite to the World Finals. I know many of you are raring to go, so here are the locations where the last chance qualifiers will be held.
Weiss Schwarz. Witness the strongest band together on the stage of Weiss Schwarz. Ari Fureta, from commonplace to world's strongest. Trial deck and booster pack. On sale November 17th. Bushiroad. Weiss Schwarz. The Kansen of Azur Lane join the battle on the stage of Weiss Schwarz. Trial decks and booster pack Azur Lane. Now on sale. Bushiroad.
The flame of Leviathan rises, and new heroes must answer its roar. Will you join the adventure? Booster Set 3, Flame of Leviathan, coming soon.
Weiss Schwarz. The name of Eins Oregon continues to expand on the stage of Weiss Schwarz. Booster Pack Nazareth Tomb of the Undead Volume 2. Now on sale. Bushiroad.
Weiss Schwarz. The Stage Girls Silver Screen Review is now a card game on the stage of Weiss Schwarz. Review Starlight, the movie booster pack. Now on sale. Bushiroad.
Shadowverse, which took the world by storm, greets a second dawn. As a trading card game. Arise, warriors. Be anointed in light, and soar towards a horizon more brilliant than you've ever seen before. Shadowverse Evolve. Build a deck to conquer a new age. Choose from 6 classes. Swordcraft, Runecraft, Dragoncraft, Forestcraft, Havencraft. And the Shadowverse Evolve Original, Abysscraft. Further bolster your forces with cards from the versatile neutral class. Grow your power beyond reckoning. Storm the battlefield with powerful followers. Or control the tides with masterful spells. The future glows at your fingertips. It is time for the newest chapter of our long, ever-shifting story. Shadowverse Evolve.
Cardfight Vanguard! Encounters with heroes! Stories that will shape your soul are waiting for you! Booster Pack, Clash of the Heroes! Bushiroad!
Cardfight Vanguard. I sever and manifest causality. Boldly cast to the side this feeble, unstable world. Booster Pack, Evenfall Onslaught. Bushiroad.
grade 11? In Team Wildress, create a new future? Booster Pack, Flight of Chakrabarthi. Bushiroad.
Trick or treat! Welcome to the Bushiroad English Conference Autumn 2023. With Halloween right around the corner, our pumpkin spice lattes seem to have been replaced by carved pumpkins. Ready your hearts and your wallets, you're in for a fright. Now that we're halfway through the Bushiroad Championship Series 2023 season, if you've been living under a pumpkin, the World Finals will take place on February 3rd, 2024 at Akihabara UDX. That's right, we're heading back to Tokyo, Japan. I can't wait to see all of you again and crown some new world champions. If you need even more motivation to take part, here's your first look at the promo cards you receive for participating. And the champions for each game and format will be receiving these. Oh, those are some impressive promo cards. If you're ready to win an invite, fret not. BCS is still ongoing, so you still have a chance to earn an invite at the following locations. Here are the dates for North and Latin America, Europe, Asia and Oceania. The top 3 winners for each game and format will be invited to participate at the World Finals. What's more, if you emerge champion of your region, your flight and accommodations will be on us. For our fellow card fighters and Saniwa, your powerful Touken Danshi will be making a return in Touken Rumble Online 2023. Look forward to brand new mechanics that will grant them new strength and power in their Kiwame forms. Do bugs bug you? I sure hope not, because we'll be descending into the insect kingdom with Mushi King. Watch out for these super powered insects crawling your way into Booster Pack 13, Flight of Chakrabarthi. What do you dream of when you dream of duets? I dream of Yume no Kesho. These collaboration promo cards with the Bang Dream AI singing synthesizer feature Poppy and Rose and will be available at the upcoming Bushiroad Expo Asia, Singapore 2023. For our international viewers, these promo cards will also be available at your local game stores. Stay tuned to our social media channels to find out how you can redeem these promo cards. And here's the recap for Cardfight Vanguard. A world with magic and science, parallel universe bathed in crimson, a magical high school, a virtual reality MMORPG world. It's time to take a trip down memory lane with Dengeki Bunko. Nostalgic titles like A Certain Magical Index, Shakugan no Shana, The Irregular at Magic High School, Sword Art Online, and many more are making a comeback with new illustrations. With 51 titles included in the set, there's definitely something for everyone. For our Bang Dream fans, Trial Deck Plus Bang Dream My Goal will also be performing on a Weiss Schwarz stage near you. The set features new illustrations that fans will want to add to their existing collections. Let's count down to the party! Premium Booster Bang Dream Girls Band Party Countdown Collection will also be performing on a stage to celebrate their 6th anniversary with glittering illustrations of your favorite Bang Dream girls. Don't miss out on this chance to update your collection with these new cards. From one idol to the next. Do you hear those cheers for an encore? We're happy to announce that Bochi and her friends will be bringing their performance to the stage of Weiss Schwarz as well. We'd love to have them now, but it's gonna take a while to convince Bochi to come out of her room, so we'll let you know once we manage to do so. One can never have enough idols performing, but heroines need a stage too. The heroines from Sai Kano will be making their comeback on the stage of Weiss Schwarz. The series may have reached its finale a few years back with the movie installment, but no matter who you root for, this is your chance to create a different ending for your favorite girl. Did you catch my clue at the start of this segment? We're returning.
What a finals, what a day, what a weekend. Kelvin, how you feeling?
Were amazing, and the results, I think, all these strong players made it all the way to the very end, and
the results speak for themselves, right?
Yes.
So let's have a final look at the brackets before we jump into the interview.
The third place playoff, we have
Julius actually won that with the Riviere deck.
Riviere coming in third place, winning 1 copy of that.
Chronojets.
Yes.
Yeah. But then we have Log Anime Sean duking out in the finals. Sean going all the way from the bottom bracket there. Well, not really the bottom bracket, but it's just, facing its Asura and Gasha Dokuro. Then triumphing over Log Anime to become the champion, winning that 4 Chronojet playset pretty much. And Log Anime still walking away with the two.
2 copies. Still a massive props
Good
to both
times.
of them. Yes.
Good times, right? So we're here, we're ready. Let's talk to the champion, Sean Chua. We can stop there. How are you feeling, Sean? Can you hear us?
All the way
Yeah,
from
I can hear you.
Philippines.
I'm feeling good.
Feeling good, feeling good. You had a great run, I'd say, you know, over the weekend, and these final games, they were insane. Sean, how do you
Well,
feel?
First of all, congratulations, because like this is a massive win. Premium is not an easy game. We've mentioned it a few times, and you brought a very spicy deck with a lot of like personal touches on it, and you made it all the way here. So, how do you feel right now?
I feel very good about the list, but I learned that a few stuff should be changed from this list. But yeah, but no, the deck did good overall.
Ooh. Does those changes begin with a card that has M in its name?
Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe. Yeah.
M for maybe.
Yeah. Chat. That was actually a chat question. They were asking about the where is the Mukuro on the list? Would that be a good addition or not? What were your thoughts regarding that?
I don't like Mukuro because it doesn't really put much pressure. I'd rather go for Jakumetsu probably, so I can.
Oh, Jakumetsu. Okay.
Because
nice.
During top 4 and finals, I defensive OT and I couldn't do anything because all my strides used the Thunder Blast.
Yes.
Yeah, so I might just change one G-Guard to Jakumetsu.
Nice.
So those were some crazy games on stream. Did you ever think in the semifinals and the finals you had to stride into Messiah? How did you feel when you had to stride into that?
We're just laughing during the game because that was the second time during the finals.
The stream games. It was definitely a treat for the viewers. The chat was going wild.
Yeah, but it does show, like, you know, how the players have to think, you know, going into these unfamiliar territories and just weird situations. Like, how did you really prepare that much for the tournaments, or how much did you prepare, for example?
I actually didn't get to test that much, but my friends were testing and they kept telling me that Narukami has no hand cards anymore for Demolition, so I switched decks last minute.
So you were going to play Narukami before this?
Yeah, and then they banned Demolition and they kept telling me there's no hand cards. So I just switched decks.
Well, good for you, because in those games I saw you have a lot of cards in your hand, very comfortable in the game.
Yeah. One thing. How was the Ungai? You ran the one Ungai. Come up.
Yeah.
Came up pretty well.
Specifically for that situation, if they hit the OT, I play the Ungai and the turn's not cancelled anymore.
Nice.
1 for 1.
Yep, 1 for 1. Sounds
exactly as planned.
Sean, with BRO finished, what's your next steps? What are the plans for you regarding Vanguard?
Looking at your play, man, I know you're a Worlds player.
I'm gonna wait for February Premium Worlds in Japan. Yeah.
Nice. So I think we might see you there, right? Premium Worlds. Any shout outs you'd like to give? Anyone help you out? Just like to shout them out?
Shout out to my playgroup for telling me to change deck last minute.
Good friend.
And also to Ryan, or his name is Mana on the Discord. He's top 8 in EU. Top 8 in EU. Gonna play later.
Yes. It has the exclamation marks at the end.
Yes,
That's
Mana. Will be fighting his turf.
Just like B Premium. He's top 8 in EU again.
Anything you'd like to add, Sean? Anything else you'd like to say?
Please ban Melissa. Round 1, I went second, and he just went first, and I just lost. So I had to win 6 rounds in a row.
Wow. Actually, you did it.
Trial by fire or by water. Made it all the way.
That was not fun. He was decking himself out for like 20 minutes of just sitting down.
That is a rough experience indeed.
Yeah, I don't want any mill deck for Worlds.
Yes, true. All right, Sean. Thanks for your insight once again. Congratulations on the win. And I guess we might be seeing you in a couple of months.
Yes, very soon. Maybe it's a matter of weeks at this point.
Only weeks.
And yeah, hope have a good celebration. You'll get those spicy Chrono Jets.
Maybe you use them.
Okay, spicy.
All right. Once again, thanks again, Sean. And thank you for showing us some great games.
Yes.
All right. And with that, everyone, that is the end of the weekend. High five. Double high five. Yes. High five to the virtual high five. Yeah.
Virtual Wi-Fi. And yeah, at least that was a great finals game. Today, only 3 games, but 3 big games.
Really big games.
Were amazing. Thank you to the players and thank you to all the viewers for coming to the chat. It was very lively.
Yes, Kelvin, first time casting. How'd you feel?
Oh, I think it was great, man. It's good to see all these good players play, and I like to play myself. But you know, when you play, you only get to see one person. But when you cast, you get to see 2 players and many different players. So it was a pretty cool experience. Maybe I'll be seeing
do it
you guys
again?
a bit more.
Want to do it again?
We shall see.
See? All right. Same here. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks to the players for playing. But yeah, thanks to the judges and the staff for doing all the back end stuff that you normally don't
crew,
see.
They were the best.
Yeah.
They are the best.
And also the viewers sticking around and watching the games. Hope you all got some sleep. But now you have a chance because you know BRO EU is coming up later, a couple of hours.
Yep.
Same time as last time if you paid attention. But because we end earlier in the top cut, there is time for you to at least get a bit of rest or get some food, amp yourself up before the next top 8s, and hopefully they'll be just as amazing as these ones that we just saw today, right? So once again, thanks everyone for coming.
Thank you.
Without you all, Vanguard wouldn't be where it is, but because you're all here, it's been great. I hope we'll see you all again at another time.
Very soon, hopefully.
All right. See you later, everyone. Ciao.